Do you actually believe you guys are gonna win the league?
If I believe it, then why can't you, bro? Last night, Brian and Bumo, he just slapped up Brighton with 2 goals. Now with me, who's lifting their prem? I know you know it's Captain Bruno. They hate that United are back, and they hate that I have been this Suno. But this is our time like Hublot, top of the table, numero uno. The pundits, they spreading their lies, they saying we're miles off for revival. In the lab, we chipping away, defeating our rivals, need their reminder. They think I'm a loser, think I'm deluding my faith, it be making their eyes roll. Tell Frank after 5 in a row, Man United are loading the title. 21 is coming, man. Send this to every Man United fan you know.
Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Let me know if you can see me, man. Let me know if you can see me. That's the first thing. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, I got the internet sign coming up. I am using my camera that I thought broke. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you can see. Do you know what? Let me not even. Why am I wasting time? Share the live, like the live, all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do a roll call in just a minute. Yes, it looks like you can see me, even though the internet is pretty shit. My apologies. Like Avatar. Love it. Love it. Let's get into a quick little roll call though. Like I said, guys, like the video, please share it out. I think Shane finished early today. I think that's what I caught before I was finishing doing my chores. And I think he sent some legends over to Northside. So we're going to need all the help we can get today, especially if people want to come up and have their say. We got 11 people in the building. So share it out for me. I know the internet shit. My apologies. It's half term. The kids are up. They're playing their shit. You know what I mean? So my apologies. Like I said, man, roll call. Let's quickly get it in. Quickly get it in as best we can. AFC always, my bro, cannot keep playing like this and getting 3 points. What if our set pieces don't come off and we don't score from open play? Lots of 0-0s and 1-0 losses. I mean, this is why I've got PTSD, bro. But while we're winning, while we're top of the league, we're not allowed to voice our concerns. Do you know what I mean? Because then, you know, like Shane says, we're nitpicking. You know, we're just looking for a reason to complain. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Just because we don't, you know, we don't react off dopamine the same way you do, it doesn't mean that we're wrong, though, does it? Do you know what I mean? So we'll get into it, though. Big up to you, my bro. Allowing the kidnapper and stalker to Arsenal games. This football club is finished, bro. You know what I mean? Doing time. Not anymore. Big up to Kwaja, my bro. Hope you're well today. The legend himself in the chat. Big up to you, bro, man. Definitely like this one. Smash the like. Subscribe to the channel. We lost a couple. It's, you know, every day. I don't understand. Just don't subscribe if you're not going to stick around. But if you do want to stick around, please do. Please do. Big up to you, Kwaja. 1 like so far. I know we can do better than that. AFC always is getting bigged up. And maybe it's the internet being so shit. I don't know. I don't know, because there's a few people in. Now we've had about 6 people go. Let's have a quick little look, man. Yeah, maybe it's a bit shit today. My apologies, gang. That's all I can say, man. That's all I can say. Like I said, share it out. X, Instagram, repost on YouTube. You know, we need all the help we can get, especially if I'm going to get people to come on and have a bit of a chin wag. Yeah, there's the customary message as well. The Sweet Prince. People are giving him ratings now all of a sudden, guys. You know what I mean? I'm hearing other fans talking about the best left back in the league. I'm like, bro, like, the best left back in the league. I'm like, really? This is crazy work. What's going on now? Unicorns, yeah? A lot of people are on the Delulu stuff, Kwaja. A lot of people are on it. We've got to say it. We've got to say it how it is. You know what I mean? Come on, you Gunners. Always come on, you Gunners. Always come on, you Gunners. And people seem to think that, you know what I mean, we're not going to be happy if we win. I am happy that we're winning. I'm happy that the weekend results went our way, barring Spurs, but you can't win them all. Do you know what I mean? Of course I am. I just want us to stay there. So that's what I'm worried about. Everyone's saying, is this sustainable? Is that sustainable? Just like what AFC said, I don't believe playing like this is going to be sustainable. Only a few games, you know, what we 9 games in now, right? 4 games ago, Liverpool were flying high. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? While it's going well for us, we need to continue. Every game is a cup game. every single game. I don't want to, because I even heard, I think I heard someone sent me a clip of Lee Judges and Cecil on AFTV, because obviously I don't watch it, especially not after a win. And Cecil was asking Lee, oh, you know, could we even afford to lose now? And Lee's like, oh yeah, you could probably lose a game, and as long as we keep winning, like, now we can't lose no games, bro. Huh? I want it wrapped up as soon as possible. If that's the case, I don't want it to be a challenge or a race. Nah, mate. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not talking about we can afford to lose one. Nah, you need to be getting points out every game. Draws are bad enough. Draws are like a loss when you're going for the title. I was watching loads of different people. I was telling Shane this morning. I won't even mention names, but all the people that monopolize this space don't even support my club, but has always got videos about my club on their page. 8K views, 20K views, this K, that K. Can't even get 400 views on one of these lives. And people think that what we do over here is for views and because it makes us happy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Huh? Big up to you legends though, man. Keep smashing the like for me though. Share it out. Like I said, we got 17 in there now. That's a little bit better. Let's see if we can get closer to 20. And I do want to give the link out today. I do. Do you know what I'm saying? So, let's try and keep the numbers, much closer to 20 if we can. What is your 11 for the Brighton and Hove match on Wednesday? Is that FA Cup or is that Carabao? I suppose it don't really matter. I'd want to see rotation, but to be honest with you, Kwaja, I'm gonna have to find out who's actually fit and who's not. Magalhaes came off against Atletico, and they were talking like he weren't going to face Crystal Palace, but there he was. Whether that was a good thing or not, I don't know. Obviously, he had a great game. We know what he brings to the team, but are we not worried about his health? Do we not want to see long-term injuries? Players like keep coming in and out like Odegaard? We don't want to see that. So, if Mosquera was fit and Hincapié and all that, why did Gabriel even play? That's the question for another day. But, Rice injured, Saka came off. We don't know if that's anything. I mean, he was pretty shit against the Palace, but he come off a lot earlier than he usually does. Saliba never came out in the second half. So we need to see what the state of the team is, Kwaja, my guy. You know what I mean? I'll ask the same question to you guys in the chat. What's your 11? Because we don't know who's fit and who ain't now. I mean, I would look to rotate anyway. I'm going to be dreadfully honest. And only because Brighton, I mean, they haven't been doing too bad this season, but they haven't been looking like the Brighton of last season. We saw what United were doing. Of course, United are going to concede goals like Liverpool. It's not going to be easy, but, if we've got the best squad in the league and all that other crap that people say, cool, let's have some rotation and let's win it as well. Because I'm sick of you, like, throwing away the cups. I said at the start of the season, I believe that doing a cup double is our best chance of silverware. As it stands right now, 9 games played, we've got a little bit of a lead, in the league. Everyone's losing their shit. Now I'm saying, look, of course I'm happy as well, and I want it to continue. My God, do I want it to continue? Even if it's Arteta at the helm, I want it to continue. I just saying to everyone, take the same advice you gave to me and calm it down a little bit. We ain't even got to the 10-game mark yet. We're going to win the league. Other fans are like, the league's over, it's done. I'm just like, come on, man. Arsenal fans love to be tickled and they love to be massaged and, oh, don't worry, Arteta's the man, and Arsenal is so good. So many videos I've seen, and of course they've got thousands of views because the people are tickling you, they're massaging you, they're giving you compliments. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Like if we get to like April, you know what I'm saying, or even like March, and we still got a nice little lead, then let's start talking then. I use the same example every time last season. Arsenal whittled down the lead to 4 points. Respectable, right? 2 weeks later, it's back to 15. Now, yes, I understand what people are saying. We want to feel good. We want to be together, united, all this stuff. Cool. Winning will definitely make that happen. To keep winning will definitely make it happen. The question I'm asking is, have we got enough money to keep paying these bills? do we have the right currency? Because eventually we are going to need a performance. 25 people in the building. That's a lot more like it. Big up to you, Kwaja. I'm going to read out a few more comments. Let me know if anyone wants to come on and have their say about the game. Big up to Latvian Guna. Hope you're well today, bro. Make sure you're subbing to him, mods, wherever you are. Obviously, you're a mod as well. Get your link in. Call in today. Yeah. I mean, 24 at the moment. It's not great, but as long as it don't go too bad, then we'll definitely put the link out. Let me know if anyone wants to come up as well. Big up to you, Darren Martin, man. My bro. Hope you're well today. Must be early morning, back a yard. But big up to you, Darren, man. Dappings are going on. Latvian, Kwaja, AFC. Love that. I'm going to try and skip a few of those. There's a Latvian Guna's link. Please click it and show him some love. The road to 1K. Let's hope he gets there soon. Big up Latvia, man. Dappings going round. 1K will be reached. Don't worry, Maggie. Come on. Help him out as well, though, guys. Hit the like button just like I did. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. How's school, bro? Shit, then. Darren Martin, big up. I think Kwaja's older than that, just about. Cheers, bro. Appreciate that. Uni is going well, mate. Yeah, he's in uni now. Big up to you, Kwaja, man. Are you online or in person? He's in person. Good, all the best. That's it, man. I know people can do university online nowadays, but it's always better to be there in person, innit? Come on. I feel like you're going to take it more seriously that way as well. Thank you. Dappins, we love it. I left uni in 2008, starting my master's next September. Go on, big man. Hold on. Masters, you know. Hold on. Yeah. Really getting it in. Really getting it in. We love that. We love that. Big up to Kwaja, of course, and big up to you, man, going for your masters. Love that. Juventus sack Igor Tudor, do they? Shit, then. Why exactly? Why the genius? He's an architect, you know what I'm saying? Big up Shane, bro. You get me? Real Madrid. Oh, we got to tie Arteta down because clubs are sniffing around. They went and got Xavi Alonso, bro. Yeah. Nobody wants Arteta. Tell them again, big man. Tell them again. Big up to Paul Walker. Long time, man. Big up views, mods, and fellow rats in the chat. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. Smash the like if you enter and definitely sub if you haven't already. Big up to you, my bro. Ain't seen you for a minute unless it's one of the burners. Let me know and we'll do the right thing. Big up to Kwaja, Latvian Guna, maybe because he ain't good enough. Arteta will get sacked as Juventus manager soon. Well, what we do know, guys, and this is a fact, yeah, he ain't going to go and get $1 billion in 5 years anywhere else. So make of that what you will. Look at this stuff, man. Look at this stuff. Big up to Shane, man. Absolute legend. He's saying to check my WhatsApp. I will do. Didn't have to do that, man. Big up to Shane, man. Today's sponsor of the show. And it's probably abuse as well, but it's nothing but love. You get me? From the broski. And while I'm checking my WhatsApp, we'll give you a bit of limbering up, you know. Big up to the broski, man, the sponsor of the show today. Just give me 1 second so I can reply to the broski. Absolute legend. I know you guys were all present for the full Irish, so big up to him as well. I'll get back into the comments. Just give me a second. Okay. A few. A segment. Yeah. So I think the broski wants to come up and have his say quickly. So what we are gonna do is get him the link and just keep the numbers going as well, people, because we will give it out for the rest of you guys. I don't know how long the broski Shane's got, so I think he might want to come on and have his say real quick. Still waiting for him to confirm, but let's keep it going. Keep the likes coming, keep the comments coming in. Once I hear from the broski, I might do it quickly where we have a quick segment so I can kind of get his response from the game, and then I'll give the link out for everybody else. Big up to you, Quaj, you know, and big up to Paul Walker as well. Maybe because he ain't good enough. Yeah, I think I read that one. Big up to Latvia, and he said, but he is the chosen one. He knows what everyone needs, not to talk about eyebrows. Yeah. Big up to you, my G. Juventus fans would crash out. Crazy scenes incoming. Well, look, we know the ultras in Europe that, you know, they're not like our fans. Our fans clap anything. You know, their fans are kicking off if things ain't going well. So yeah, we can definitely agree on that. Paul Walker's bigging up Quaja. We love it. Latvian 48 away from 1K. Come on, man. There's 26 of you in here. At least like 6 of you just break off. Go and subscribe to him real quick and then come back. You know what I mean? Big up to you, Kwame, man. Good to have you back in here, my bro. Hope you're well today. Big up to you. And big up to Danger Mouse as well. Like I said, I did get your message eventually. Big up to you, sponsor of the show today. Yeah, obviously I've sent him the link and we will see. But just before we do that, I mean, look at this, guys. Yeah, look at this. This was sent to me as well. And this is what we got to argue up against, guys. You know, like, how can you get onto the biggest Arsenal channel on the internet and say these kind of things?
And they, you know, what can you actually say? I don't think there's a team in the world, barring maybe Real Madrid and maybe PSG, that wouldn't swap their position for Arsenal's in terms of squad depth, psychological side of things. You know, everyone in the squad seems to be happy. There's not too many egos going on there. Financial situations, brilliant. The fans are everything right now. What's the date? October 20, whatever. Everything right now is perfect with Arsenal. And we know it's obviously peaks and valleys, but at this current moment, I don't think there's anything anyone can say to discredit how Arsenal are doing. It's like you were saying before, it's we've got that baggage in terms of mentality. We're not going to know, like you say, until May if they've got that in them. But these players are unbelievable at football. No one is disputing that. What people might dispute, and what is fair enough to dispute, is do we have the bollocks? Can I swear?
Yeah.
We have the bollocks to get it over the line?
What a fucking plank. Do you know what I've called that? I've called it the talking plank. If you didn't know pieces of wood can talk, yeah, I've just showed you otherwise. Talking bollocks.
Wait, that one look like cocky to blood. And the man a jerk it off? No, sir. So brother, what you gonna do with that? Alright, my boy cocky and balls.
I won't even play the whole thing. I don't even need to play it. He was talking bollocks, so that video has to get played, innit? Like, what are you going on about, big man? The happiness and the vibes. This is on the biggest Arsenal channel on the internet, by the way. Every time I've seen this guy on camera have some sort of an argument for whatever agenda he's trying to push, it's literally never backed by any good stats or logic. It's just how happy we are. They're unbelievable footballers. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Jesus Christ. I said, I want those scenes slowly but steadily, hopefully soon, man. Yeah, man, come on, bro. Just keep it going. You know what I mean? YouTube's been horrible for everyone. Don't know if the notifications are going out. I don't know what's going on. But it has, like, even now, 25, we got 17 now. Maybe it's because of the bad internet. But like I said, it's half term. And I can't get these kids off their devices. Arsenal will bottle it. I couldn't care less what his apologists say. Well, look, I mean, anything can happen, guys. Yeah, big up to you, Darren. My biggest fear, that's all of our fears. That's what the PTSD is. Of course we're happy. Of course we want to be top of the league. We want to win it as soon as possible. We've waited, you know, over 2 decades to win this. You know, but where does the PTSD come from? Well, over the last 21 years, how many times have we won the Prem? Oh, 1 time, when I was half my age. So what we do know is more likely to happen than not is that we're not going to continue on and take advantage of it and win the league. Now, of course, it could happen the way everyone else is playing, because I don't think we're even playing good yet. And I suppose that's a positive, because if we do actually click, then it could be even worse, right? But I was saying the same thing last year, and we never clicked. We had a couple of good games sprinkled in around, and then we was back to this struggle football. Back to the struggle football. That's where we was. Then every now and again we'd have a good result. Man City, oh, Real Madrid, oh, what trophy, what silverware did that, give us? Did we fill up our cupboards? Did we fill up the trophy cabinet? No, we didn't. Not even with runners-up medals. So I don't understand when people are like, oh, yeah, of course I'm happy and I want long may it continue. But why have I got PTSD? Well, we are known to bottle it. I think the whole fucking football world knows that. We are known to bottle it. What's happened just in the last half decade? We've bottled it. And big up the broski, man. Bosh, look, let's get him up here, man. Danger Mouse is in the house. What you telling me, bro?
What's going on, man?
Oh, fuck all, man. We're just, we're just trying to tell, we just had the talking plank. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No.
All right, let's just try and get it back up. I will get your thoughts on the game and stuff. And just whatever you want to kind of say. Let me just try and find this talking plank one more time. That's what I've called it. Where's he gone? Where is he gone? Like I was saying, Shane, the biggest Arsenal channel on the internet, and you don't really have to. I don't know. You don't have to talk sense on it, right? This is his argument. Here we go, just quickly.
And what can you actually say? I don't think there's a team in the world, barring maybe Real Madrid and maybe PSG, that wouldn't swap their position for Arsenal's in terms of squad depth, psychological side of things. Everyone in the squad seems to be happy. There's not too many egos going on there. Financial situations brilliant. The fans are everything right now. What's the date? October 20 whatever. Everything right now is perfect with Arsenal. And we know it's obviously peaks and valleys, but at this current moment, I don't think there's anything anyone can say to discredit how Arsenal are doing. It's like you were saying before. It's we've got that baggage in terms of mentality. We're not going to know, like you say, until May if they've got that in them. But these players are unbelievable at football. No one is disputing that. What people might dispute, and what is fair enough to dispute, is do we have the bollocks? Can I swear?
Yeah.
We have the bollocks to get it over the line?
He is the bollocks. Do you know what I'm saying? The two balls hanging underneath Arteta. I mean, look, the reason why I played it, Shane, is because every time this guy is on the biggest Arsenal channel on the internet, he's always arguing with feelings like a baby mum. There's no stats, there's no logic. It's just everything's good psychologically. Everyone's happy. Dopamine levels. And what's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, it's a load of bollocks. Number one, that the saying is peaks and troughs, not peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys is a book, not a saying. But listen, this guy's an absolute plank. Did you hear the story of him being seen on what I was telling on mine this morning?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like the guy's a plank. Like he is a plank. Talks absolute bollocks. Every time you see him filming himself at the games, he's in a different part of the stadium, so he's just getting handed tickets. He's got free access. He's on the pitch. This guy's a fucking corporate shill of the highest caliber. He's a QPR fan, so you're gone in my eyes. And I made my peace with him, but I don't give a fuck, man. I'll tell him straight to his face what he is. You know what I mean? I just thought that he was letting it. I thought it was getting to him. I thought it was getting to him because he was reacting like it was getting to him. And I've always said if someone ever messaged me and said it's getting to me, I'd stop. But you know what? No, fuck him. He's fair game again. He's a dickhead. You know what I mean? But no, listen. What he's saying with that stuff, like he knows absolutely nothing. Does he really think that AC Milan and Juventus and Real Madrid and all these great teams would swap feelings for trophies? No, they wouldn't. This is the myth, the lie that they all tell. Canton told me, "Oh yeah, like there's nobody other team would sack Arteta." And I said, "Come on." And he said, "You have to put it into context with the size of our club and where we were and all this." And I literally said, "Okay, well, AC Milan finished 8th last season, right? So it's basically the same story. A once big club, haven't won in a while." And I said, "Do you tell me that if they signed Arteta and spent 1.3 billion over 6-7 years, and he only won one cup, that they wouldn't sack him?" And he goes, "No, I don't think they would." And then you can't argue anymore. You can't argue with something like that anymore, because even if they had a manager and spent that much and he won 2 leagues in his first 2 years and then went 2 years without winning the league, they'd sack him. Not 5, 6, 7.
Big.
So this thing of the feelings and nothing to back it up, it's the way they work. That's the way they work, because they have nothing else to back it up.
Yeah.
So it's feelings. And Arteta's a shrewd politician. Every training photograph now or video is them all roughhousing and jumping on each other's back and all. He knows it's all staged. It's all staged, man. And that is exactly what Emery got bollocked for by the top gooners. They're having too much fun in training. They're all laughing and training. That was what they bollocked them for. Wow. Now it's a great thing. Look, well, whatever way the season, I keep telling everybody in my chat, sit back and enjoy it because we win at the end of the season regardless. The top gooners don't win at the end of the season regardless. They might win. They might win the league or the Champions League. Yeah. If they don't, they lose. Yeah. If we win the Champions League or the league, it's the best outcome possible. If we don't, it's the second best outcome possible. Arteta gets sacked. So we win. Yeah. So they can get at us all they want. We just have to sit back and go, we're winning either way. We cannot lose at the end of this season. We can't lose.
Yeah,
they can. Just let it play out. It's just a pity that the football's so shit.
Oh, it really is, you know. And I've seen some people talk like just, you know, and it's they want to obviously glaze us and, you know, give us the, you know, give us a nosh and all the rest of it. But you have to do it in such a way. Oh, let's talk about the defense because, you know, Mourinho's defense. Are Arsenal going to beat this? And Alex Ferguson says defense wins leagues and all this other bollocks, bro. We've had this defense for how many years? Do you know what I mean? It's because we can't finish up the other end of the pitch. That's why we had to buy Gyökeres and Eze and Madueke. You know what I'm saying? Because we've had this defense for time. So why haven't we won it? Do you know what I mean? Why haven't we won it yet? But cool. That's what they want to come out and say. Like you said, it's always about feelings and culture and what we're building. But it's all right when it suits you. But as you said, when it was Emery, his Spanish weren't good enough. I don't know what the fuck this guy says now. Do you know what I'm saying? And people just fall for it. It's the biggest scam ever. We have played.
The thing is, sorry,
the worst football. Like I watched that game and I was nervous throughout the whole game. And yet I'm watching people saying, "Oh, I was so comfortable, man. It never looked like they were going to score in a million years." I mean, how did you feel, bro?
They had the best in the first half. We didn't have a shot till 31st minute. 31st minute, we had a shot. Not just on target, just a shot. Just got a shot off.
Yeah.
I always say in the first 5 minutes, no matter where you are, like if you're in a 20, 30-yard range, snap a shot off. That's what I tell my players. Like, early in the game, snap a shot off. If it spins over the bar, if it goes wide, it doesn't matter. The crowd get up for it. I've had people in my chat saying, "Oh, you know, when Pink is talking about the crowd, the Emirates is dead. It is dead.
Absolutely.
DJB
dead.
says it. It's dead as a doorknob, and then well, it shouldn't be. Give your ticket to someone else who'll cheer, to a happy clapper. That's what I was being told. That's not real passion. Arteta's trying to force people to cheer and make them feel bad if they don't. It's a politician way of doing it. It's a tyrant's way of doing it, and a cult leader make you feel bad for it. You can't fake feelings that come naturally. And if you're snapping off your first shot on the 31st minute at home to Crystal Palace, you cannot expect them. Do you expect them to cheer for half an hour? I think that, and I mean it, we will be the first club to get in those sitcom screens that say applause, laugh, and all that stuff for the people watching, so they know when to cue, when to do it. This guy's taking credit for the announcer going, "Bukayo, so good," you know, the crowd go, "Bukayo." He took credit for that. I came up with that. That's been done in Germany and all for fucking decades, man. This guy's a lunatic. He spends more time thinking about gimmicks than the tactics because he only has one plan. So look, we've had 5 goals from open play views. We're top of the table. If Liverpool and City weren't stumbling all over the place, you know, if Liverpool won their first 7 games of the season playing terrible, right? If they start playing well, they can win 10 games in a row. They just has to click. Isak's not playing well. Bert isn't playing well. Kirkes isn't playing well. These are all really good players. There's 6 or 7 of their really good players that aren't playing well. If they hit form at the right time, even half of them, they'll start to win. City had 9 unbeaten in all competitions. Then they lost. That was a surprise loss. But if people think that this not having shots on target and only scoring from set pieces, if they really think that we will win all the way through the season with that, they're insane. It doesn't work that way. My hope, and it's a slim hope, is that he is gradually going to let them off the leash.
Yeah.
And then we will be already a few points ahead. We'll still have the set pieces on the defense. And then we start scoring. Someone came in to my chat, and I put up my head in today that we have the best defense in the world. And we do. And you know me, it takes me a long time to hand out monikers like best in the world.
That's a big thing, people. That's a big thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't say that shit, man. And I didn't put it up in big capitals and do all that. It's just, we have the best defense in the world. Currently, the best defense in the world. Individually, maybe, I don't know. I think they're better than the sum of their parts. But what it is we're still weak at left back. Calafiori's not a good defender. If we signed a top defender, it'd be untouchable. But I had someone come in, we have to start talking about them in the same breath as the George Gray. And why do you have to do that?
And
why, when you give a compliment, they have to go, well, then we have to. No, we don't. They won multiple leagues and cups. And like the Arsenal back five of Dixon, Bold, Adams, Winterburn, Seaman. I put that up there as possibly the best unit that England's ever seen, right? Ever. You cannot compare us. You just can't. But see, that's the problem. You give them an inch, and they have to go sprint.
They always got to go the extra mile, just like that plank. Just like that plank. I mean, look at. I don't know if you saw. I mean, we've got another one from the Mr. Rapper. Did you see the Man United fan? I thought our fans were the worst.
Man. No, he's done a couple of raps now. He's done a couple of raps now. This guy's a plank. That was the guy that was on with him when we were taking him apart.
Yes. Big up to Martin Tap. I will get to the
Pincus is behind the cameraman. All interesting, yeah.
21.
Do you actually believe you guys are going to win the league?
If I believe it, then why can't you, bro? Last night, Brian and Bumo, he just slapped up Brighton with 2 goals. Now with me, who's lifting the prem? I know you know it's Captain Bruno. They hate that United are back, and they hate that I've been this Suno. But this is our time like Hublot, top of the table, numero uno. The pundits, they spreading their lies, they saying we're mine.
I'm not going to play it all because it's so.
Do you know what it is, Views? There's clearly no match going on there, so he wasn't at the match. He's just recorded the rap inside the stadium.
Spare time,
It's probably just a background. It's probably a really good green screen. He's probably doing that at home. You know what I mean? What a plank. Plus, it's misting out. What are you wearing sunglasses for?
Why are you, bro? I mean, look, 3 wins in a row, and that's what they're doing. I mean, at this point, I don't know who's the worst fan base. You know, I don't know. I think it is, but Man United.
They've got him. You have to sort of scrounge around for theirs. All you have to do for ours is just open YouTube and type in Arsenal, and it's guaranteed you'll get a hit. You'll get Babs, you'll get Igal, you'll get Sutcliffe, you'll get one of these spastics, man. And they're all failed actors, man. That's the thing. All of them are failed actors, or they wanted to be actors.
Yeah, Rory Jennings making videos on my club, thousands of views. If I do a reaction now, I don't even want to talk about the numbers. Big up to Martin Tap though, quickly saying big up views. Another scrappy, boring win. Goal from a set piece. Can't substance this over the season. Will get found out. Now this has been the message. This has been the message that we've been saying forever. You're just being negative. You're looking for something, but we're winning. I'm like, right, but how are we going to keep winning? Because that wasn't a good performance yesterday. That they were saying that Crystal Palace never had a shot on target. I don't know, man, because I'm pretty sure I saw Raya making saves yesterday. In the first...
it was offside. You see, it was offside.
Right.
Yeah.
In the first
but
half,
it doesn't matter though, Views. Sorry to cut across you, but Fulham and Palace, both games in the first half, they were the better team. So the shot on target thing, it's just another City. City had 3 games with no shots on target under Pellegrini. The difference was his team were allowed attack. You can defend very easily if you don't let your strikers off the leash. George Graham, he played defensive football. Ian Wright got the Golden Boot a couple of years. Alan Smith got the Golden Boot a couple of years. We'll never have a Golden Boot winner because they're not allowed. That's the big difference.
Yeah.
It's very easy to defend when the whole team's defending. People going on about Saka getting doubled up on. Actually, I heard the other day he gets 5 players on him. 5.
Yeah, like,
that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Just don't pass to him and the rest of the pitch is open. That would be brilliant. Right, you'd be cutting teams apart. If you could half the teams marking one player, just run straight forward with the ball on the other side of the pitch, play it out to the other wing. But we double up on every single winger that we play against because both of our wingers track back and double up on. So every team we play, from Port Vale to fucking Barcelona, their wingers will be doubled up on every time because that's what we do. That's why our wingers are so knackered. That's why their hamstrings snap. That's the big difference. Finding the balance between attacking and still letting your defense defend. That makes a top defense. Having a defense of Sol Campbell and Torre, who sometimes when a team breaks, it's just them because Vieira and everybody's gone forward. That's a proper defense. Having a bank of 4 in front of your 4 and not conceding, that's still a good defense and the best in the world to me. But I want to see them when the pitch is opened up. That's when you can see a real defense.
No, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And I kind of agree with you. I was saying the same for Timber. I think right now, currently, he's the best in the world. Everyone was going crazy. I'm saying currently. Obviously, you got Mendes, you got Reece James, you got Hakimi. But right now, currently, best in the world. But I'm not coming out here putting that, because we've got enough of that already from the other guys. They're all over X. Gabriel's the best centre back in the world now. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake, can we just like win and just say, well done, on to the next one. We'll celebrate in May. Do you know what I mean? And even this plank on that same video, the talking plank, Pussy Pinkers, is talking about, oh, you know, I know it might be different in May. So then why are you trying to feed us nothing but dopamine and feelings like 9 games in? We ain't even got to the
More important to him.
Aesthetics, right?
It's why he can't do a short. He'll clip up when he was on ATV and he's just making some regular point and he'll put in the deep music in the background and flash to Arsenal. Like that guy could do that over reading out his shopping list, and he'd make it sound, I need eggs and I need beef, and he'd flash up a cow being, you know, oh, and I need I might stop and get a newspaper. And I know he gets a newspaper. I know he does, man. Every fucking time, give us a cup of tea in a polystyrene cup and a bit of give us the Sun newspaper. I'll put it under my arm. It's all chipper. What a wanker, man.
While I'm in the supermarket,
yeah.
My hat to the butcher. You're having a good.
All right, geezer. This again, man, wearing his fucking tracksuit. He's a little rich boy. That's what makes it worse. He's playing a character. They're all playing a character. They all play a character.
I know.
Even Judges, who I like, has become a character of what he was. He plays a character of the original him.
Right. Cosplay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cosplay, bro. But all for the internet.
Himself.
Yeah, it's all for the internet. Whereas they're gonna know not everything about, but they're gonna know your thoughts on the club. They're gonna know what your feelings are. There ain't gonna be no fences to be sat on. None of that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know who you are, just like you're gonna know who I am. These guys are cosplaying. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. Like him, like you said, he's a rich boy. Leave the geezer. Like why are you putting on that voice? We know you don't speak like that, bro. Yeah. Just like us. You know, whispering into the mic. You don't speak like that normally. Why are you speaking?
His voice is different for lives. Bab's voice is different for a live than it is for 5 things we learned. That's where he gets all his subs from. Is people that just put them on because they get fucking ASMR. They get a little fuzzy neck, man. They get a fuzzy neck. That's what they get from them. You know what I mean?
Nearly died when you said that, bro. I swear to God.
That's all it is. That's he's just a walking. People do that. You know, you can find it on Spotify now. You know, someone opening envelopes or something over and over again. The noise.
People are weird. Some people like to hear scratching. Me, I like to hear like foreign accents. I'll put on a little Unai Emery to go sleep. He's talking about BAR, sound like he's sounding big. I don't know. I'm weird like that as well.
We all have it. Tapping keys can do it on a computer.
Master Wong. So, if you're on YouTube and you know about Master Wong, like, all right. I'll listen to that guy to go to bed because he sounds like a clown. For some reason, it works. I don't know. So.
A Hoover as well. Some people like the sound of a Hoover.
Maybe we're doing the wrong thing. That's
what Babs is. He's just a human Hoover. That's all he is. Just plug him in and go sleep. That's it.
Slapping everything up. You know what I mean? Big up to Compost. He's a United fan. He said, if I see this guy, I'm going to give him a slap.
Leave the geezer alone.
Leave him alone. He's
Are you that wanker off AFTV? Or
I'm surprised he never put his fist out and said, hold that. You know what I mean? Absolute fucking wank stain. Big up to Quajado putting in Vigilante's link. Appreciate that. Everest in here, Liverpool fan. Appreciate you, bro. 3 wins and United fan is drilling. That's what I'm saying. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. Big up to all you legends that are in here, though. Like I said, we're gonna hear from the main man, Danger Mouse, and then obviously we'll get some of you guys to come on just after that. So that's what I was thinking, Shane, because I was watching that game. Like I said, I wasn't comfortable, bro. You know, loads of people are looking on that like it's comfortable.
No,
we've got Brighton next. Quaja was asking me what first team, you know, what's the 11 would I pick for Brighton? I can't answer that because, and I'm going to get to the point. How many players went off injured? You know, how many players had little reasons to say we might not see them in the next game? Now, Saliba never came out for the second half. I'm hearing that, you know, Saka came off early.
Saka was ill beforehand and he still played.
Oh, was he ill? Okay, fair play. I didn't know that.
But he hadn't trained. Why'd you play him? Just play Wanyeri. What are we doing? What's the point of the squad? What's the point of the squad? Saliba, I'm telling you, it's his ankle again. He's still not right. You keep rushing a player back from injury, it'll go again. Over and over. All season, he'll keep doing it. Ben White's done. We know that. Yeah. Gabriel shouldn't have played. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have played. If he hadn't trained, it's such a risk. He played it. He was a mammoth in it, but they don't understand this. They'll go, hold that. You said he'd get injured. Hold that. Right. But it might not be this game, but it's a byproduct of it in a few games later because the muscles are getting weakened, the tendons are getting weakened. Rice was another knock, but the knock is normally fine. but you never know. It can lead to something or other. But again, the famous five views, you know, I always call them with Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Rice, Saka, our 5 most important players. They're the ones that play the most minutes. And I get because they're the most important players, they should play the most. But you need to rest one of them ever so often. You need to say, right, we're at home to Burnley, Rice, you don't need to play today. Facts. Have a rest. You know what I mean? Saka, you don't need to play today. I'm not saying change 2 or 3 of them every game. Change one of them every second game. That's all you have to do. Just but we have the League Cup, right? But then when else does it happen? And this is the problem. People don't seem to realise if like Zubimendi was dog shit against Palace. Dog shit. He gave the ball away time and time again. We told him high press. He doesn't have it. And the one where he tried to lay it out to Calafiori, just real casual in the first half with his left foot, and he just didn't even look because in Spain they won't press forward. He can just roll that ball out. Intercepted. Something could have happened if Sarr had a shot. He tried to go on the outside. All these little things will catch you out. And like we said, it's nitpicking. But if you want to win leagues, you have to nitpick. But Zubimendi ain't it. And if Rice isn't on it or Rice goes out for a few games, he's going to get swamped. That guy. Before he has a chance to learn. But look, we're top of the league. Liverpool and City are stumbling. You can't worry about Burnley and Sunderland and stuff like that. You can worry about when you play them, but you know they're not going to win the league. No. So this is it. We win either way, views. We win either way. Either he shits himself yet again, and he definitely gets sacked, or we win the league and we celebrate.
I just got them like he's got them out of a fortune cookie, man. So you know, would you shit yourself, please? Because you stink that much. I was dying, bro. I swear, I really got so many plates. Man. I gotta stop listening. I gotta stop listening when I'm doing the washing up, because bro, Jesus Christ, man. And through the chainmail fence, Jesus Christ, because that's what I say. He looks like fucking Donkey from Shrek, for fuck's sake. What do you mean he's good looking? You know, I don't see it.
I don't get it, man. Yeah, his fucking teeth to face ratio is way off, man.
I dropped the plate. I said, no, I got a comment. I was in bits, bro. I was in absolute bits, bro. Oh my god. Oh, that killed me. You got the one-liners, man. Fucking like the Shane Carr, innit? You know, like Jimmy Carr. I'm telling you, man. Big up to you, Everest, as well. Make sure you're subscribing to Shane. There's the link. Big up to Guna Rican in the house. We're winning the league. I'm in the Lulu land. Lots of people are, bro. Lots of people are. And I'm just saying, look, because even Liverpool fans were saying, look, only four games ago, it was all the other way around. So look what can happen in 4 games. And just like what you said, Shane, as well, Crystal Palace had a run of games. Man City had a run of games. 9 on the bounce. And then they just lost. And people think that's not going to happen to us. We've already lost the game, by the way. And they're acting like we're never going to lose again. Why are you talking about the Chelsea record? It's so... They just need to be put down, Shane. I just feel like you're telling us to calm down when we're playing shit. So why are you not jumping out the window, creaming your pants when we've had a couple of good wins under our belt? I say good wins, not good games, but good wins. I mean, how do you see us going forward then? Let me ask you that. Like I said, we got Brighton in one of the cups. I think we got Slavia, something or the other.
Slavia Prague,
Yeah, we got Burnley coming up. You know, how do you think we'll fare?
Well, the Slavia Prague game will be a big indicator that this guy's a Bundy if he plays Declan Rice, because if Declan Rice gets booked, he misses the Bayern game, right? And there's no need to play him against Slavia Prague. Just don't Slavia Prague, man. You know what I mean? Let's get it right. It's Slavia Prague. We should be spanking them 4 or 5 with 3 or 4 changes. So he should be making big changes. Chelsea made 10 changes against Ajax. Now, they make too many changes because they can't get a run of form. That's why they go and lose at home to Sunderland. But City make the right amount. They made 4, 3, 2. That's the way to do it. Now, he will rotate the Trossards and stuff. But look, I'm with you, man. These guys, they get so gassed and they jump around and everything's perfect and we're the best team in the world. We haven't won any. You cannot be the best team in the world if you haven't won anything in 5 years. It's impossible. It's just not possible, right? So this idea, and then they're in uproar because Jamie O'Hara said we're not the top 10, or Arteta's not a top 10 manager. He can't be. He just can't be. He hasn't won anything. But the feelings, and he turned us around. Listen, Allegri has Milan up near the top of the table. They finished 8th last season. What are we doing here, man? He didn't have money to spend. He had to get in a 40-year-old Modric. You know what I mean? And get a song out of him. He could probably end up getting Player of the Year over there. He's that good, right? That's a proper manager getting a song out of these players.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Even if he won the league, he wouldn't be top 10. He'd need to win 2 or 3 to start being in that discussion.
In that category.
Right? That's what he'd have to do, or do doubles or do trebles or something like that. Then we can start talking about it. And even then, his early years will be always held against him. So I am so fucking tired of these people saying, you don't get to celebrate, what now, all of that sort of stuff. We were right all the other years. The other years.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with the next few games, I'm with you. Like, it just takes one loss. It takes one silly mistake and the defense getting nervous. It takes Roya getting tackled and the defense gets nervous and you lose 1-0. It takes having a game where if the set pieces didn't work against Fulham, we draw. If the set pieces didn't work against Palace, we draw. If the set pieces didn't work against Newcastle, we lose.
Yeah.
Right? All of those goals were set piece goals. All of them.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
It's worrying. That's what I'm
really
saying.
Worrying. But these top gooners don't want to look at the things that could go wrong. Why would you look for that? Because you have to preempt these things, man. That's like saying that's the thing. You raise a daughter and you don't tell her that like lads can be dicks and stuff like that, and just send her out in the world and just hope for the best. You have to preempt these things, like
preempt.
You know what I mean? But look, I just wait and see how we react to a loss. Hopefully, we're so far ahead. That's what I was saying today. We need to be 15 points clear come March. We need to have it won the way Liverpool did. So then even this manager, if he starts stumbling, because even if we were 15 points clear, he wouldn't concentrate on the Champions League and go, but we can, which he should do, because we can afford to lose 6 or so points and still be fine. But we'll see. I think I want to see how we react to a loss, and that could come in the cup against Brighton. If he bins this cup off, then it's just 20 trophies. Mark them off. 20 trophies he hasn't won. So I'll see how we react to a loss. People don't realise how quickly it can change. Look at United, and then on the flip side, look at Liverpool. A couple of losses gone. Liverpool won 7 in a row at the start of the season. You know what I mean? We haven't won 7 in a row in the league yet. You know,
and that's the point. That is the point. And you brought up with Man City 9 in a row, picking up points. Bang, there's a loss. That's what can happen in this league, and people seem to think it's not going to happen with us. And just like you said, I really want to touch on that. Why is it that whenever we do a good thing, they've got to try and hype it to the max? Oh, we're defending all right. We got people now making like I said, the Chelsea reference. We're going to beat them. We're already on target for it. If we only concede 3 goals in the next 9 games, and they're doing up the maths, and I'm just like, can we just fucking win something? Can we just win something? Well, why are you talking about Chelsea's record? What the fuck do we care about that? Can we just win something, please? Bro, they're the worst fan base on the planet.
The reason they do abuse is because the younger ones don't know what it's like to slap down where we won the league last season, argument over. Because that's what Liverpool can do. Here, we got this record and that record. Here's the Premier League. We win the argument, done. So they have to come up with shit. So if you're having to come up with stats and potentials and ifs, then your team isn't doing very well, because that's why you're having to dig around for those things. So maybe when they get a few leagues and they realize, okay, I can use that, can't lose an argument, then when they start to not have it, they'll see sense. But they've all been bamboozled by this guy, man. They've all been bamboozled by him. It is a cult. That's why when Igal and these guys go on a panel after a win, the first thing they say is, what are you saying about our manager now? Really? That's the first thing that came to your mind, was what are we saying about your manager now? You know what I mean? That's they've gone down. They've gone over to the dark side. But look, I do look at it, and they do have to overdo it every single time. Every single time, the best of this, the best of that. It took me ages to say we had the best defense in the world, and I just couldn't fit it. Currently, I would have put currently if I could have fit it, because currently we do have the best defense in the world. But that could change, you know. And this record as well. Who cares? I don't care about. But if we win the league and beat Chelsea's record, great. But this guy, I wouldn't put it past this guy to let in 14 goals in the league and finish second. I wouldn't put it past him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Loads of 0-all draws and stuff like that. I wouldn't put it past them to do that, and probably love it. You know what I mean? And they'd use that. Oh, we have to build on that foundation now, and we have to. But the thing is, with beating that record, you could have a game where you're just not at it, and you draw 3-all, and then the record doesn't look that great. You know what I mean? It's 9 games in, man. You know what I mean?
It can just change at a drop of a hat, and I think PBJ said that as well. There's a world where he can try and get this record and still not win the fucking league. Do you think I give a rocks about these records? Why are you even thinking like that? Every game's a cup game. Oh, you know, I'm nervous for every single game. I don't want to be hearing about we can afford to lose here, or we don't have to do this here. No, win all of the games. And let me ask you about how would you approach it? Because the Brighton game is the Carabao. Big up RH for letting me know that. How would you approach it? Because for me, obviously Rice, Saka, you know, even like Saliba's probably not going to play. Gabriel, I'd rest as well. I mean, you know, at the same time, it's hard because, like I said, Rice had to come off. Saliba didn't turn up for the second half. Saka's ill. Odegaard's still not in. you know, it's hard for us to even know who's fit. How would you approach it though? Would you rotate or would you try?
Yeah. The famous five will be out straight away. I don't care. Get them out. You got to think of the long term thing. But 7 or 8 changes for us, we should still be beating Brighton at home. That's my point. And when we say he bins off the cups, he played his full team against Newcastle in the semi-final last year. It wasn't like he made a load of changes. He played his full team, and we still didn't get a shot on target at St. James's. So he bins them off mentally. He bins them off. He doesn't give a shit, right? And that spreads through the team. I'd be making minimum 7 changes, probably 8. We should still win. I'd change the keeper. I'd put Lewis Skelly in. Now, if it was me, I'd put him in midfield, but we know this manager, so I'd put him at left back. I'd have Hincapié at centre back, Mosquera at centre back, Ben White at right back. That's fine. You should be beating Brighton with that, right? Norgard can come in, shore it up. Ethan in the middle. You know what I mean? There's all changes that I'd make. You can start Martinelli up front, give Gyökeres a rest. You can start Trossard. I wouldn't have Saka anywhere near it. You know, so then maybe put Ethan out the left even. But just don't play Rice, don't play Saka, don't play Timber. But he'll play 2 or 3 of them. And if the ones that aren't playing will be on the bench and they'll come on for half an hour.
Come on.
You know, so people say, oh, you're never happy when he bins off the cups. Right, but it's about finding a balance. We should be able to challenge for the League Cup with reserves until the semi-final, and then you can start playing the full team. Yeah, we should be able. We're home to Brighton. But if we lose it, and it's another trophy gone. It's another trophy gone, and it's all on the manager. He has to find a balance. I'm not paid 15.6 million a year. If I was, I'd find a balance.
There you go. There you go. I couldn't have said it better myself. And like I said, it's hard for us to even pick because we just don't know who's fit and who ain't. In terms of Ben White, you know, totally ruined as a player. You know, you said it, I said it. You know, those tires are getting bald now. Do you know what I'm saying? There's going to be plenty of MOT stops, and we're seeing it now. Odegaard, you know, White is not really getting minutes nowadays. Again, Ethan never touched pitch again against Palace. I mean, what do you think about Ethan, Shane? What do you think? You know, what's going on there?
Disgraceful. It's disgraceful. And another thing, just sort of that kind of links to that, and it links to that this manager will find a way to blow it. Everybody has to remember that when Odegaard's fit, Eze's out. There's no question of it. When Odegaard's fit, Eze's out. He's done. He's finished with him. He ain't dropping Rice. He ain't dropping Zubimendi. Unless we see him out the wing where he's just nullified. He's just he's a eunuch out the wing. There's no point having him there.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to remember that there is no universe that exists where a fit Odegaard does not get in that team under this manager. He will also shoehorn Havertz back in. And like I was saying, where I can't believe that I'm saying, you know, maybe it's not a bad thing. That's how desperate I've gotten with Gyökeres, or it is like sitting beside someone that stinks and you look forward to their farts. I mean, that's the situation that we are in, right? But I'm telling you, like, so if he does get his way, I've said this before, and we have a full team, it'll probably be either Havertz or Martinelli or Trossard out the wing, Havertz up front, Saka out the wing, the Rice, Odegaard, Zubimendi, and then the same back 5 and goalkeeper, which is basically the same team that hasn't won for 3 years.
Yeah, ridiculous. And that's such a good point that you said that, because this is what I want people to look out for. At the moment, no one can hear us. They're the greased up deaf guy, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. They can't hear, they can't see, they're not going to speak no evil. All right, cool. But when it pops up, just remember what we were saying to you, because like I keep saying, history will show us. Don't matter how we rock up to that final line, we're never the first one going across it, and that's the truth. So we've got more chance of bottling it than we have of winning it. However, let's just hope that we can continue to win it, unless because like you said, they always want to come back with the whole this, whole that. Well, Arteta's actually doing the things that we've been asking for. We were cussing him out for not being able to minute manage or rotate, cussing him out for having a small squad. We were saying competition, not cover. Now that he's doing some of that stuff, it's are you going to give him credit now? Are you going to, as you said, why is that the first thing? Are you not just happy that Arsenal won? But no, Arsenal's got to win the Arteta way. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just so, it's gay, bro. It's gay. There's no, I just like, you fancy the guy, innit? Like, I don't understand what it is. It should be Arsenal above everything, innit? Big up RH though, quickly said, rest Saliba and Gabriel, play Mosquera and Hincapié against Brighton. My thoughts exactly. That's what Shane said. Big up to Juju in the house. Glad to have you in. Big up Paris Manem as well. Hope you're good today, bro. Latvian Arteta said, so take with a pinch of salt. But Saliba, Rice and Calafiori came off due to injuries, and Martinelli had treatment after the game because he felt something. I forgot about Martinelli. Big up to you, Latvian. Martinelli as well. He was holding his leg. Did he not have a bad hamstring last season? So again, like what you're saying, these guys are going to constantly need touching up. Yeah, pause. They're going to constantly need MOTs because they're breaking down now. It's hard to pick a team for Brighton because we don't know who's going to be fit. However, I'm going with Shane. It don't matter who we play. It should be good enough because everyone's saying we've got the best squad in the league now. Do you believe we got the best squad in the league, Shane?
No. I think we have the deepest squad. I think we have, when you look at sort of 20 players, if you averaged out their attributes, then maybe, but we don't have the world-class players that City and Liverpool have. You know, City have Haaland, Rodri, Donnarumma. They're all proper world-class. They're winners. Like, they've won everything there is to win internationally. Well, not Haaland internationally, but they're winners. Mm-hmm. We have Timber, who I think is the second best right-back in the world after Hakimi. We have a defence that could all one day, well, apart from Calafiori, be considered world-class, but they're not. They haven't got over the line. That's the big difference. That's what makes a world-class player is that little bit extra. And that's the hardest part. So they haven't done the hardest part.
They said it themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They've crumbled. You know what I mean? Zubimendi couldn't lace Rodri's boots. I'm sorry. I mean, Rodri's not fit. I get it. That could hold him back. Liverpool have Salah. I don't care. He's still up there. I don't think he's world class. I did used to think he was, and then I sat down on off topic and we discussed it, and I went, you know what? The lads convinced me that he wasn't, because he needs a certain surroundings to do it, and a world class player doesn't. But McAllister's very close. He's won World Cups. He's just not playing that well. Van Dijk, obviously, he's on the downslope. So I might put our squad ahead of Liverpool's now, where I wouldn't have beforehand. But there's a lot of them coming down. But that could change again in 3 weeks. They could go off on one and you go, Jesus, what was I thinking? Right? Because the cream rises to the top. But I think in terms of depth, we have more than City. I just look at, number one, the squad management. We have all these players used, but they're not being used. They're not being used. And that's because, they're injured, right? Well, he caused the injuries. We've been through this. He caused them, so it's not an excuse. I don't want any excuses. I was saying this on my show. I don't want, now that we are in the position we're in, I don't want, even if the team bus crashes and 6 players have to get their legs amputated, I don't want that as I don't want any excuses. Not anymore. Well, we need to back him in January. No, sorry. No more. No more for this fucking guy, man. And the only way that we won't win the league is him. He's the only reason. He's the only thing that can stop us winning it, is this manager. That's it. Players are there. Everything's in place. The fans, the money, everybody's happy. We have all of that stuff. Right. But we also have Arteta, mate. You know what I mean? So, that's a big obstacle right in the way right there. His big fat Lego head could be the only thing that stops us. So, sit back, as you say, sit back, man. Let it play out.
I couldn't have said it better, man. I couldn't have said it. Couldn't have said it better. Absolutely, that's what I think. I think, even though there's lots of the work that we done in the summer that I didn't rate, and I'll still say it today, because everyone's changed their tune on Madueke now. But I'm still saying he wouldn't have been at the club if I was in charge. Neither would Norgard, neither would Kepa. Yeah, probably not even Zubimendi. I'm just being honest with you, right? So cool. But even with all of that, I still look at it and say it should still be good enough to win something. If it ain't good enough for the Champs or League, get me a cup double, get me a cup. I'm not saying it's good enough for you to stay. I'm saying the team is good enough to win something, right? And I still don't even think he's using the players right. So as you keep saying, it's going to be him that fucks us up. It's going to be him trying to come outside with the tools when it ain't broken, because that's what he usually does. And that's what we're trying to tell people to look out for, right? Because we could be going swimmingly, and this is what I want people to, and you said it as well, when Odegaard comes back, when Havertz comes back, when Gabriel James comes back. Did you see that thing he put up about, I'm going to be here to the end of my contract? You're damn fucking right he is. He ain't going to get like that
265 a week. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We're getting held to ransom here. So I'm hoping Berta's got the cheese wire. I'm hoping something goes on, but really and truly, even with all of that going on, we should still be winning something. So the common denominator is him. And that's what I want everyone to look out for. Everything's going swimmingly. No one's making a noise. It's all peaceful. He's going to come out with his wooden spoon and pan. Bang, 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 bang. Just for no reason. I mean, I know you agree on it. Give us something else that we might have to kind of look out for with Arteta, man. I'm always saying it's, him trying to fix something that ain't broken. Yeah. What else can we look out for?
He's Sid from Toy Story. He's the little evil kid from Toy. He takes a perfectly good toy, rips it apart, The sticks legs on it that don't. That's what he is, man. Let's go home and play. That's what he's him, man. It came. It finally came. He's a fucking lunatic. So he will be the reason. He will be the reason that if it doesn't work, injuries will be the big one. If, like I said, if Royce goes down, we're done. We're done. He holds everything together. And I've said this all the time. Ironically, it's because he's having to do so much running to keep everything together that could cause the injury. And this manager has absolutely zero sense of, do you know what, I should pull him out now, or I should do this, or I should do that. Royce wouldn't have come off against Palace if he hadn't gotten a knock. He would have just been run into the ground. So, look, it'll be injuries. It'll just be a drop in form. He can't handle that. And someone said to me, I can't remember who it was in the chat, said, but the players and him have learned from the bottling. No. You don't learn from bottling, mate. Not if it keeps happening. What happens is the more it happens, the worse it gets, because as soon as you lose a game, even if you're 8 points clear, you go, oh no, it's happening again. And you get nervous. If you're Man City and you've won 4 and you lose one, you go, we're all right. We're grand. We've been here. Reset. It's what gets in your head. I've said I always refer to pool because I play a lot, or used to play a lot of pool. If you miss the black to win a frame, it jangles in the pocket. The next time you're on the black, you start overthinking it. And suddenly the pocket looks like a little pinhole and the ball looks massive. And then you miss it again and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And you have to try and sort of push past it. And then once you pop one, then you go, okay, now it's back. So we keep bottling. It gets worse every time because, trust me, we could be 9 points clear in March, lose, City, whoever's behind us wins, makes it 6, and the players start to rattle. They start to rattle. We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it
over and over again. Arsenal, when they lost the unbeaten run, they started to stumble. The next game was Southampton. It took a Van Persie goal in injury time to draw at home to Southampton. You know what I mean? It just starts to wobble then, and then everything's gone. That sense is gone. Exactly. But if you're a top team who's been there, done it, then you're able to get over the line. So if they did get over the line, then the next season, obviously we have the second season syndrome, but it does get easier as time goes on because you've done it. So look, the League Cup could be massive for that. Win a competition in March. Give you that fucking, so it is an important competition. I would still make changes, but that's only because we're playing Brighton, who I do respect, but Brighton will probably make 7 or 8 changes. That's what you have to remember as well. So we should be making 6, 7 changes and beating them quite easily.
That's a great point, man. And that's what we're saying. If you built such a great squad, they should be able to handle that. That's when you do rest up the players easily. So I'm totally with you. That's why I was so scared about Saliba not coming out in the second half, because you know what he's like. Normally he wants to wait and see if they want to get up and limp around for a bit. I was really surprised, man. I was really surprised. And that's what I think. I think he's the common denominator. I'm seeing Josh sitting with Berta. I like that. Obviously, I haven't got time for them to grow a pair and just sack him. None of us have, but I'm seeing certain little things, and it's kind of, but let's not just please. Like I said, wet floor signs are coming out. Let's not run up the washing bill with all these soggy boxer shorts. Like I said, we ain't even got to 10 games. What happened to Spurs? They never lost a game in 10 games. And then what happened after that? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was ridiculous. So that's just my message for today. I just want people to just take it game by game. Be calm. Look out for the things that we say. And just try and contain show a little bit of self-control. It's hard. I get it. It's hard. But show a little bit of self-control, man. What do you think about Burnley? I think they're going to obviously get relegated. I can't remember. 3-2. Did they win against Wolves?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they were 2-0 up, let in 2, and then they scored. Yeah.
And
it's mad. It's mad. The relegation battle is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Wolves have done one of my best mates. Yeah, they beat Leeds. Oh, sorry, they beat Wolves at the weekend. I think they beat Leeds. I'm not sure. But they're in like 15th. They're in 15th. So none of the promoted teams are in the relegation spots. I still think Burnley will go down. I still think they'll go down. They're just one of those clubs. But Sunderland, man, fucking hell. I think they still only let in 7 goals. Madness. So they must have the second best defense in the world.
Yeah, they're in a title race. You know what I'm saying? If we're winning the league now after 9 games, they must be in a title race.
Well, they're going to get Champions League because they're in 3rd. Because apparently, where you are after 9 games is where you're going to finish. But look, and history doesn't come into it. But look, Burnley. Fair play to them. I always like a team to come up and stay up.
Yeah,
it shows. And you know what? The promoted teams aren't doing as much now is coming up and trying to play the way they played in the Championship, playing out from the back and stuff. They still do it a bit too much, but I think they've learned here. Fuck this. And another thing, sorry, it's completely off topic because a lot of them use the long throw. This idea that Arteta has brought back the long throw, right? Do you know what makes it really annoying for me? We haven't scored from one since he brought it back against PSG last season. Not one. Like, not one have we scored from. So they are a waste of time for us. If we had someone that was good at throws, I'd kind of understand it. But for me, no big team should be using long throws ever. No big team should use long throws. Maybe in injury time, fine, do it. You're chasing the goal, do it. But when you're the big team and you're pinning a team back for 75 minutes of the game, quick throws, always quick throws. Keep the pressure on them. Why are you letting them get their breath back? Why are you letting them get reorganized? Quick throw, always a quick throw. Yeah. Liverpool did that last season. As soon as the throw, straight in. We get back into shape. We give them a minute. We waste time. They get their breath back. You put your foot on their neck. So if we're not scoring from long throws, what's the point? What is the point?
And if we ain't got a long thrower, I've always said that. Calafiori can barely get it into the box. Like, why are we doing this? You know?
His feet come out further than where his throws get to them. You know what I mean? He should just roll them down his face. And you know what I mean?
We need to give him some spinach or something. He can't even get the ball properly into the box.
And Declan Rice as well. He looks like he's glitching.
Yeah, like he shot himself. Like he's glitching. Like Wreck-It Ralph settings. I don't know. Like we haven't got a long throw specialist. So stop with it. Not just that.
We shouldn't be using them regardless.
Oh my god! But maybe that's part of the dark art, Shane. Part of time wasting. You know what I'm saying? Because we know
we're doing it when we're losing or when we're fucking drawn. You know what I mean? Like there's no point in it. If we're winning, I could get it.
Right.
It's just from the first minute. It's just pointless. Absolutely pointless.
We ain't even got no one that can throw it in far. It's just it's so stupid, man.
It's the definition of madness. It's a definition of madness. Like. You know, I understand with the corners and the free kicks because Rice's deliveries at the moment are just untouchable. There's no one doing it like him. On the money. That's practice, by the way. That's not even technique. That is pure practice. That's a dedicated player just doing it over and over and over and over again and repeating it because he put one corner in at the weekend that just didn't even hit the near post. It was just a miss. But apart from that, like his delivery is just insane, man. It's insane. So I understand. Take advantage of that. Always take advantage of that. But don't play for free kicks and corners. You know, don't play for them.
And that's what they mean.
It's 1 in 10 that's going in. You know what I mean? It's 1 in 10. It's not like every time.
And eventually, I'm talking about the performances catching up. But what's part of the performance? Chance creation, right? And we're not very good at it. Yeah, it's everything off the second balls. Long throws, they don't really get into the area, but a lot of the time we'll get second balls off of them because the ball will bounce for some reason. I don't know why. Corners, free kicks, and they say, "Oh, do you think we just, we start the game and then we just teleport and we're by the corner line and all of a sudden it's a corner?" I'm saying and I heard that on domestics last night, right? And I'm like, look, bro, that's such an open statement to say because if the only way we can get forward is getting down the lines, then you might as well just teleport to be there because we haven't got no other way of attacking. It's like we go down the lines. I've seen us do diagonal long balls from the back to front to Saka to Martinelli, which is cool, right? I see us getting it down the wing to cross it in. That seems to be our only way of attacking, or corners, or second balls, or throw-ins. The amount of times our players are looking up in the sky, I feel like we're playing rugby, bro. Like the amount of stuff that we literally play for the second balls. So we are playing for it. We're not playing forward pass it. How many players did you see, Shane, in the Crystal Palace game make a forward pass to Gyökeres?
No, fuck off. Saka tried it a couple of times and he overhit him because he wasn't well. He was sick. You know what I mean? Your head's not right when you're sick.
Why is he there? Sorry, Shane. But why is he there? He's sick.
I don't know. I don't get it.
He's sick. I don't see no. So if I don't see no forward passing, and big up SB as well, because he also said, right, we're missing Odegaard, and I know what he means by that, right? Because Eze's everything that Odegaard isn't, right? And vice versa. That's why I feel like we need to have them both in. We don't need two holders. We just need Declan Rice, right? And I'll agree. But it's not just for passing because everyone's like, it's Odegaard's passing that we're missing to Gyökeres. It's not just for that. It's because Odegaard, one of his best qualities is his pressing. He don't always put his foot in, but he presses from he does everything off the ball that Eze doesn't. And then Eze does everything on the ball that Odegaard don't, right? Yeah. So I'm just saying, but look, we're half a decade in. These little things like that, they should be ironed out. There should be no creases in this shirt by now. Do you know what I mean? There literally should be no creases in this shirt. So, and this is the angle, and I want to ask you about this. This is the angle that most of the rivals are coming with now. You can't fuck it up from here. It has to be your year. You asked for a shirt and tie, you've got your shirt and tie. There should be no creases in it. And I'm kind of with it, but for different reasons. They're saying it because it's a cope. They want to put the pressure on and say, you can't fuck it up from here because if you do, and I'm saying, well, we can't fuck it up from here because we usually do. Do you know what I'm saying? So kind of, what's your thoughts on that? Should there be any creases in the shirt, bro?
with a proper manager, I'd be fully confident. I'd be fully confident, especially with the others stumbling and all of that sort of stuff. If this was Arsene Wenger's Arsenal, I'd be thinking, yeah, we'd be all right. We're pulling away with it. But like I said, wait for the first loss. Wait for the first loss. See how he reacts to that. Wait for the first mind games from Guardiola or whoever's chasing him down, and see him crumble, see him shit himself. That's why I say that we need to be about 15 points clear come sort of February time, which could happen if we keep scraping wins. But I keep saying it, 5 goals from open play, man. It's not sustainable. It's just not sustainable. Oh, but we're winning. Why aren't you happy? Yeah, okay, fine. But they seem to think that every game will go the same way. It does. It's football, man. You know what I mean? And these players are human. So when it does slip up, I mean, there's no way that they're not going home going, fucking hell, man, that was tough. That was a rough game. If we had one game where we sort of, City will have a game where they'll tip off, and just by the way they zing the ball in the first minute, you go, oh, they're going to win. You know what I mean? Before they've even taken the shot, you can see it in them, right? We haven't really had that. It's always like I was watching that Palace game, and I was like, fucking hell, man. Play it forward. Just have a shot. Do something. And then people go, oh, the crowd should be too. He's always doing this, oh, gaze. Oh, we need the crowd, gaze. We need the crowd to get involved in every action, gaze. And they're turning off the tellies. Hey, what right do you have to turn off the TVs, by the way, when in the second half? So you have no right to do it. You're charging 120 quid a ticket. People should be allowed to do what the fuck they want at the stadium, man. Right. You know what I mean? Oh, gaze, it's my new gimmick. Why are you having to come up with gimmicks to get the crowd going? Play good football. They'll naturally get involved. 22-23, didn't need gimmicks. And by the way, that 22-23 team would blow this one out of the water. And he didn't win the league with that. They blow them out of the water. Exactly. You know what I mean? So this sort of idea that, oh, he's built a squad now and stuff like that. Oh, he didn't have the subs. Yes, he did. He just didn't use them. What you know what I mean? He was letting players go that didn't need to go. The Guendouzi's and stuff like that. Man, that lad's balling out at Lazio. He's a top player, but he can't handle them. But look, I look at this season as like that. If you blow up from here, mate, you're just proving that you're a fraud. If you win it, for me, it's the players winning it in spite of his tactics. That's all it is. And people say, oh, you can't give him any credit. I always give him credit. I say, working with defenders, he's great. Gabriel, he's turned from a sort of a bozo with potential into one of the best centre-backs around. I won't give him credit for Saliba. He got moulded over in France with all the loans. Yeah. Timber, brilliant. Fair play to you. He was a decent defender. Now he's one of the best around. I'll give you credit for that. You've even sort of ironed out a bit of Calafiori. I still think he's a liability, by the way. I'll give you credit for that. Royce, I won't. He was better playing in the double pivot. You're running him into the ground. I think you're going to destroy him. Saka would have been what he is anyway. He would have been better, in fact, under a different manager. I don't want to hear it from anybody. He's been average now in between the injuries for 2 years. Let's get it right. Yeah. He has little flashes. He's just not fit. He's ruined them. Gyökeres, he's destroyed. Absolutely destroyed him. That's one of his masterpieces, man. If all the attacking players he's destroyed, that has to be up there as his masterpiece. That's his fucking coup de grace, man. He has turned that guy into a Sunday league forward.
Oh my God, man. He looks so bad. He does.
That's his best work, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And he's probably sitting there, with his blueprints with Kai. Do you know what I'm saying? Because every time you mention him, he starts blushing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Terrence. What webcam you use? I use a Logi Pro HD 1080p, but it's shit and it's on the way out. So
mine shit as well.
Don't start, please, mate. Yeah, but big up to Terrence.
I bought an expensive green screen that you just pull up, but it makes it worse. It's obviously the lighting of something. I keep saying I'm going to get
the I'm sitting there calling that guy, backlight wanker. Like, we're gonna fuck it. Yeah, we need a backlight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you know what to do if you want to help out, though. If you want to upgrade the quality, come and support the show. Big up to DG. Says Kepa, White, Mosquera, Hincapi, Calla, Norgard, Moreno, Ethan, Trossard, and York Martinelli versus Brighton. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what I want to take from this. We were just talking about Brock Lesnar, yeah, or Brock Lesnar. Would you play him in the cup game?
No, just for fitness. Yeah, get him a goal, all of that. Put him on the bench. Bring him on for 10 minutes when they're stretched, whether we're winning by a lot or losing. Bring him on, and he could get the winner or something like that, Reuter over stuff. But if he goes down, man, you know what I mean? As bad as he's been, it's just having a focal point helps. So if he goes down, who's up front? Martinelli, which might be a bad thing. Maybe this will stumble into it again, like he has done with Eze, because Eze wouldn't have been playing these games without Odegaard being injured. So we don't get that goal. You know what I mean? So this guy stumbles into everything, And then when he has Martinelli finally firing for the first time in 2 years, he keeps playing Trossard over him. Make it make sense. What's the point of these guys playing well? They know that once they're out of favour, they're out of favour. We can never swallow his pride. Never swallow his pride. It's like Pep with Ibrahimovic. Never liked him from the start. No matter what he did, he was never going to be good enough. It was never going to work. Never going to work. And this guy, he's not able to leave his ego at home. You know what I mean? He's a little Napoleon.
Napoleon.
And he will be the reason. If it falls apart, he will be the reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like if people will say, "Oh, if he wins it, he'll be the reason." You can say whatever you want. We're telling you now, if it falls apart, it's only because of him.
But on that view, sorry, but if they're saying if he wins it, if we win it, he's the reason. Well, then they have to accept that the last 3 years he's the reason we didn't. So it'll be 3-1. If he's the reason that we win it, then he's surely the reason that we didn't. Not injuries, not anything else. Him. So they can't have it both ways.
Moment. That's what I'm trying to say. We just when they try and say it's injuries, stop blaming other things. It don't matter how we approach that finish line. In the last 21 years, we've not crossed it first. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's what you need to hold on to. So while everything's looking rosy in the garden at the moment, let's just hope and pray it continues. Put your energy into that. Don't waste your time and doing humiliation rituals, talking about top of the league and all this other shit, like, because you're going too soon. You're going way too soon. Big up to Tito though. He's been saying this for a minute though, just like he was talking about Sesko last season. That was Sesko's agent, but he did keep the same energy. So we'll give him some credit. We'll give him some credit for that. Big up to Hendo. He said, "Good afternoon, viewers and all watching. Stinkfest of a win. It's not sustainable and will come a cropper sooner than later." I mean, look, that mirrors what we've been saying. If there's other people in the league, in the chat, especially you, Dio, that think that we might not and that we are going to continue, just please explain why. And it's not me trying to call you out. I just want the logic behind it. I just want to know what I'm not seeing. You know that thing that who plays it? Is it Rashid or is it Norse? Well, you know about the rabbit and the duck. And what do you see?
Yeah.
I don't see it at this point, Shane. The glasses ain't working. Penfold needs new glasses. I don't see it. So if you see it, please explain it to me, man. Please explain. Yeah, listen. What you got coming up, Shane? Anyway, man.
Yeah. So what day is today? Monday. Yeah, I'll be on with Rashid at 7:15 for Uncomfortable Conversations show that we're doing. Then I'll be on with Aaron, obviously, for the OGs, and then the full Irish tomorrow, and then Bruce Banana. But the main one's the full Irish every morning, 10:30. Yeah. Don't miss it. Let's get those numbers back up. Fuck YouTube, man.
Definitely fuck YouTube. Best breakfast show on the internet. 100% best breakfast show on the internet. So keep the patronage coming, guys. Big up for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Always.
Come on, man. And yeah, big up to you, Shane, man. Make sure you're already subbing to Shane.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you're locked in and you go and check out the OGs and everything else later. Yeah, man. Big up to you, man.
No, big up to the legendary chat as well. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one, people.
Have a great day, man. Have a good day, man. Big up to Shane, legend. Obviously, you wanted to come up and have his 2 cents. What I am going to do before I get out of here is I am going to put the link in the chat. We've got 27 of you guys still here. So, we're going to hear from some of you guys if you want to come up and have your say. I will get into the comments as well. But just before I do that, though, guys, I've had this sitting here for a minute. The actual MVP that is Claire. Obviously, Danger Mouse sponsored the show as well. But Claire Loves Elise, absolute MVP. Yeah. Big up each and every time for the sponsors of the show. Claire Hearts Elise, Shane Gooner. We appreciate it. So the link is in the chat. Let me try and get rid of a few of these so I don't miss anyone coming up. We got Latvian in the building. What you telling me, bro?
Bigger.
How are you today, man?
I'm good. We're winning the league. October champions.
We're winning the league. Big up to Kwame as well for joining, man. How are you today, bro?
How you doing, Robo? How are you doing, VZ?
We're good, man. Good today.
Big up, Kwame.
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah. No, brother. Very well. I want us to win the league. VZ. but some of our fans, they get on my nerves, man. It's not. We have to be careful because there's others like City. Yeah, all right, they lost, but City have got more experience than us. Views. They've won. How many times they won their Premier League title now?
Well, they were just coming off a 4-peat, weren't they? So 4 times in a row.
4 times in a row, yes, views. And we've just now we're top. Yeah, anything could happen. Who we got on Saturday away? I think it's Burnley.
Burnley.
Hey, Suze, I'm not saying a word. Our fans show off too much, man. Oh, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. Well, man, I'm not saying a word, but let me tell you this, right? I tell you, this is his last chance. And if any fool says that, if he doesn't win this, yeah, then give him a new contract. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. The man, listen to this, yeah, Views and Robbo. Listen, 3 times, yeah, he failed to win us the Premier League title. 3 good times. Yep. In my opinion, the last season, Views, he should have been sacked when we didn't win the Premier League title the 3rd time. He should have been. It's not. I'm hoping we win the Premier League title, Views. But I'm telling you what, Manchester City have got more experience than us. Liverpool have got more experience than us. Yeah. So we shouldn't take things for granted, man. We shouldn't. All the best, my brothers.
Yeah, but hey, thank you ever so much, man. Always welcome, Kwame, man, to come and have your say on the platform, man. Big up to Kwame, man. And just like that, you know what I mean? So if you guys want to do the same thing, the link is in the chat. Robo, my friend, talk to me, man. What did you think about the game? You know, we're winning the league, you're saying. Talk to us.
Yeah. Just like Spurs a few years ago, October champions, and that went well for the minute. But overall, yeah, it was crap, wasn't it? Like, what else can you say? It's the most annoying part is that I know I'm gonna go on back on this word. That fact, I'm gonna call it out after the games and during streams and all this stuff. But kind of have start expecting it. Because it feels like Arteta doesn't know other way how to beat Premier League teams. Most of them. He has no idea. Absolutely. It feels that way. To some point, I have to accept it as well, which is the dumbest thing in the world. I shouldn't be accepting it, but it doesn't look like it's going to change. That is the nuts part. But the thing is, for me, the worry is the set piece again. Ole, 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 ole. Because 16 goals in Premier League, 5 from open play, less than 33%. Rest of them are penalties or set pieces. If these set pieces dry up, which will happen like last year, it's gonna happen eventually, and we have not figured out open play goals, yeah, the Sunderland are winning the league. Like, what are we doing here? For me, that is ultimately at the moment the biggest worry of them all. Forget Arteta and all this stuff, because like that's never going to change. For me, it's the ultimate thing that should be changing is it's the fact that we cannot create from open play. You would think that after like how many years now we are like this, like 3 years, 4 years, something like that. You would think that it would change. He would have ideas. He would have the solutions. The light bulb would be on. But apparently the light bulb has burnt out. He needs a new one. And yeah, it's at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I don't know what to expect. For me, it's 1 game at a time basis at this stage. We need to win 1 game at a time. People saying we're going to win the league and all this stuff, like, come on, man. Way too early. 9 games in. 9 games in. And of course, we cannot score goals. Gyökeres is on 3 goals still after 9 games, which definitely is not it, to say the least, and everything. So obviously he gets no support, but he might as well play without him.
Yeah,
to some extent. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, he helps us in the attack, technically speaking, but he drags defenders out of position, and he kind of takes away maybe extra press from that point of view. But that's why I not have a striker in my team. Like, if my job was looking at a place where I'm just sitting in my seat, okay, cool. But that's not why they hire me, just to fill in the chair at the end of the day.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And the thing is, Shane was saying as well earlier, you know, he's almost like, because, you know, Arteta has been coming out, especially at the start of the season, talking about, you know, we're going to change how we play, you know, to suit the players. I don't see it. I don't see any type of change in play. And we know that Arteta is a prideful man. We know he's a stubborn man. But I don't see it. We're definitely not playing for him. The moment that Kai comes into that team, because he's a support striker, false nine, whatever you want to say. It's almost like not having a striker on the pitch. You know, he's going to fit back in, and he'd probably even look better than Gyökeres, because obviously they're used to playing with him, and he isn't trying to make, he isn't trying to make those runs, you know, like over the top and all that other stuff. You know, he's trying to link up play. So it's going to be completely different, and it's going to make Kai look great. And then everyone's going to say, see, you know, Kai better than Havertz. And I can see this crap coming, man. It's so bloody annoying, man. But look, this is what I want to ask you. Do you think how we're playing is sustainable? Because for me, yeah, it's just we're getting good results at the moment, but I do feel like the wheels are going to come off at some point. How do you feel?
Yeah, at some point, either the performances will catch up to the results, or results will catch up to the performances. One or the other. Obviously, one better than the other one, of course, if we are looking from that perspective. But overall, we can ride this until, I don't expect long, maybe month, maybe something like that. After that, it again, it's gonna be pick'ems, especially come Boxing Days and all this stuff. It's gonna be rough. It definitely is gonna be rough. At the moment, yeah, we have for me, before October international break finished, right? I was talking about this on stream, that all these games are the winnable ones. We should be beating them, win all of them. Let's just put it that way. Atletico Madrid was like, who knows? Let's just put it that way at the time. And for me, the toughest game was Brighton. At the moment, for me, the toughest game is Sunderland away. How quickly things change. Let's just put it that way.
Things change, yeah.
Obviously, playing against Brighton, obviously it's at Emirates, so should be some advantage. But last year, that went well for us. Yes, 10 men and all that, but it is what it is. But the rotations, the squad depth. Yes, we have squad depth, but is it a good squad depth? That is the real question at the end of the day. Because
and we're going to see. Sorry to just come across, because like Shane was saying, and I'll ask you, because you know most of us will be like, yeah, we've got the Carabao coming up. It is Brighton, but we are at home. We'd expect to rotate, but still expect to win the game. Because if we have got the best squad in the league and everyone keeps talking like that, then we should be able to do that, right? So just like you said, we're now going to see. But do you think he's going to rotate enough, though?
Well, it's more like what you said. It depends. Ultimately depends on injuries right now, because I don't know what to expect, because when obviously Arteta might be lying through his teeth, and we have to take that as well, that perspective, because he has done it before with these injuries, the mind games and the shower caddies and all this stuff, carrying around despite being injured just to throw off the scent and everything, right? But if this is true and they are out even for few games, right, that rotation goes out the window, because, okay, we rotate, we put in our backups. Who's going to be the backups for the backups at the end of the day? If we are looking from that point of view, how are we going to rotate then?
That's a great point. You're still going to have these guys on the bench, right? Yeah,
exactly. They're not playing much. Yes, they will get game time. They might kick into gear, but at the same time, we should be beating all of these teams even without Saka. Well, not Saka, sorry. Without Saliba, without... Well, Declan Rice might be a bit a different one, let's put it that way. But without cauliflower, come on, the Italian zucchini and everything, like, come on. But for me, like, I look at it, I think we should. For me, again, Slavia Prague, right? Away, when is it even? In weeks' time, I think it is, right? Zubimendi is not playing. He has yellow card ban and everything. So if Rice is out, Norgard Merino, right?
Wow. Do you know what? And that's a great point, because and obviously Rice was signaling to come off. He got taken off, you know, against Palace. Because anytime he gets a knock, he needs to be off straight away. How important is Declan Rice now, man? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just funny that you mentioned it, because I didn't even ask Shane that. But he was talking like, you know, obviously if we have a few injuries more, it's going to be hard to know what type of team we're going to put out. But if everyone keeps giving us credit for having a deep squad and the best squad, then it shouldn't be a problem. I'm telling you now, if Declan Rice is injured, Arsenal will have a massive problem.
It's Merino hype train through the season, depending on how long he's out for. Obviously, sorry.
No.
The thing is, the unfortunate situation, whether you like Odegaard or not, right, is when he got injured, we actually got a midfield we wanted to see for the longest time. it was Eze in the 8 and Odegaard in the 10. We wanted to see that for the longest time. And of course, he had to get injured and all that went through the window.
Yeah.
Odegaard is going to be back when after November break, apparently, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So we might not actually see any of that until he comes back. But we have the squad depth, technically speaking. But if we get injuries in specific key areas, that depth is not really depth. It's just like panning over the cracks and hopefully it doesn't come undone before shit hits the fan at the end of the day. And yeah, because we saw what happens when we have Merino Norgard midfield against Villarreal in preseason. That was fun times. That was really fun times. And
Norgard, he hasn't got nothing. Like he's a destroyer. Like, you know, even like Crystal Palace, because when we bought on I think we bought on Moreno for Rice when Rice came up. I was like, bring on Norgard. I was doing the watch along. I'm like, bring on Norgard because he ain't gonna set the tempo of the game with all these passes, but he will be there to break it all up. And that's what I felt that we needed. You know, I don't know about you, but obviously from what I've seen of Norgard, there's not much in his game in terms of passing. He definitely can't do the lone role for us. Do you know what I mean? So I think we're weaker than last year in midfield. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
For me personally, the midfield is the weakest spot in the team because yes, we don't have left wing. It is what it is in those times because we screamed for almost a decade to replace Patrick Vieira, and it took us to sign Thomas Partey, the one shall that not be named Lord Voldemort, right?
Yeah,
it took us for the longest time. Like I guess we're gonna scream for another decade to sign a left wing. It feels like, but. For me, the midfield is the weakest part. If I look overall at the team, the attack, if you had competent manager, of course, it should be doing the work. Right. Because if you have Saka, if you have Gyökeres, whoever plays left wing, even Madueke, Vanieri, whoever, right? If we have Eze in the 10, Odegaard in the 10, they are not as bad as this team is playing, as this system is portraying us, our players to be. No matter how you look at it, because we have seen them being good, 22-23 season. We have seen how good they can be. And we hope that is not even the ceiling. We're going to go even step higher than that. And obviously we didn't. That it is what it is. For me, the midfield is the weakest part because Declan Rice, obviously, he gets played out of position. He gets asked to do things he is not equipped for fully. Like he's partially equipped for, but not fully for me.
Yeah.
He's in the 6. Maybe try him in the 6, Zubimendi in the 8. But Zubimendi in the 8 also will not work. He's not that type of a player for me personally. And yeah, for me, midfield, we could have signed at least handful of players bare for the midfield. And of course, we chose not to. Like even for me, the biggest pain still to this day is the season last summer when we signed Merino a year ago. And we were at the same time vaguely linked with Fabian Ruiz. And I was praying we signed Fabian Ruiz for that 8 role. I was praying we signed Fabian Ruiz. And yeah, we all saw how that went. But overall, usual. If it makes sense, we won't do it. Of course, it is what that's Arsenal's theme song. But
that's the thing. I want people to realize, you know, especially because I'm saying manage his minutes because he's always looking knackered. England will play him for large part of the game and Saka as well. Do you know what I mean? But definitely Declan Rice, we know he is going to play a lot of the time. And if he's out, then we are literally left with Moreno, Norgard, and Zubimendi. And what did you think of Zubimendi? Let me ask you that quickly before I read this comment, because I've seen games where he's done some good things and I like what I'm seeing. But I've seen games where he gets overpowered, ran past, do you know what I mean? He's fouling a lot. What have you made of Zubimendi, my bro?
He's good, but I think he excels in specific type of game, in specific games we play. I think Zubimendi overall has been good for us in about 70 to 80% of games. As soon as you get physical, high press intensity against him, he disappears. The fouls, panic, passes, they all just... It's like he gets space jammed all of a sudden. And that for me is the biggest worry because he doesn't have the traits that we used to have in that number 6 role. And I think we are missing that dearly. That line breaking situation, thread the needle passes, carrying the physicality to defend, to get defenders off his back and everything. We are missing that massively. And Zubimendi, we signed him. Okay, I wasn't over the moon with that, but I was about to give him time. But I kind of can see as well that he needs a specific game to be good. As soon as we play against these Liverpools, cities, I expect that to be against Newcastle. Expected. We'll see how it goes in the second game. I expect that to be against Aston Villa. We are about to play. Also, I expect that to be in Champions League against Bayern Munich. We played them after international break, and up until today, Bayern Munich this season haven't still lost a single game in all comps.
Well,
right?
There you go. There you go.
And the Spurs is another one. Straight after November international break, we have Spurs home, Bayern away. No, Bayern home, sorry. Chelsea away, Aston Villa we have as well. All 4 in a row. I think that could, to some extent, be the real deal maker. What we actually gonna do.
Right. Maybe people should at least wait until we get to like there or the new year before they start talking about a title, because like you said, any kind of run of games and it could all just be reversed again like it was only 4 games ago. I think people seem to forget that. Big up Juju saying I got to trust the process. Big up to you. RH is saying my PTSD come from the amount of times we were knocked out of all comps by March times. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
We do all right. We get up to Christmas. We normally have a blip. We pick up again a little bit in the new year, and then we have another little blip, and we never actually finished the league as number 1. Otherwise, we would have been champions already. 21 years has passed. That's the one fact that we do know. Yeah. So when people are going mad this season, I'm just like, based off what? Because the history will tell you that we don't do it. But like I said, I don't want to keep going on about the same thing. Big up to Kwaja, more like trusted PRs, PROS. Yeah. Big up to Everest, Shane Ski. Big up to Kwame, Shane Gooner as Danger Mouse. Hendo, stop watching AFTV as brain rotting content. It definitely is. Definitely. Oh, listen, hold up, man. I'd only just seen that as well. Big up to Wahaha. Legend. He's giving out free memberships. 1, 2, and 3. Let's give him the round of applause. Make sure you say thank you to him. So he's joined the sponsors of the show with Shane Gooner and Claire Hart's Elise. Big up to you every time, my guy. I'll give you a quick little... All right. We got a guest up, so we won't do it for too long. But big up to you, my bro. And if you got a membership, make sure you thank him. And I have tried to repost a post as well on YouTube about the members stream this week. It's the 27th today. People are saying the 28th, but not a lot of people have commented. So it's probably looking like it will be later on in the week. But please go and find that post. Go and show it some love. Put your whatever your favorite day is. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up picking it, and it might not suit everyone. And make sure you're subscribing to Mr. Robbo, as I'm saying, Mr. Robbo, Latvian Gooner. That's how I knew him, innit? You know what I mean? So make sure you're subbing to him as well. The boy talks shite. Yes, he does. Yeah, look at this. Pinkers is a stupid boy. Laugh my ass off. So yeah, everyone's got the right attitude with my man. Arteta would have been sacked when he bottled top 4 a few years ago. Yeah. I mean, would he have made 22, 23 for you?
For me? So that's the third. No, 1, 2. That's the 4th season, right? He said bottle the league or top 4. That's the 3rd season. That's the 3rd season in charge. Yeah, because we had basically that top 4. I don't want to say on lock, but pretty much on lock. We needed just a few points out of the last 4 or 5 games, and we, of course, that was all she wrote since then. So definitely,
Yeah, and that's the point, guys. When you look back on the history, it's not saying, oh, Arsenal 8 points clear, they went on to win the league by a landslide. No, it don't matter whether we're playing well, whether we're playing shit, whether we've got injuries or a full squad. The final stat that counts is, was we top of the league when it finished? No, we weren't. So until we get there, guys, at least let us get to the new year. At least. Robbo's just given us a run of fixtures there where there's banana skins all over the place there if we're not playing well. And that's the whole thing. That's what I keep saying. Kwame says, I reckon we'll win the FA Cup.
We're still thinking.
I'd love to win the FA Cup again. I know we've won it bare times, but I still rate that cup. You know what I mean?
We still haven't gone past the 4th round, have we, since winning it?
No. No, we ain't. We got to the semis in the Carabao, got dog walk there. You know, Man United. You know, we know what's going on for last season. Big up to Gunnar Rican. There's no big club that would have kept him on. Real, Barca, Bayern, Dortmund, Inter, AC Milan, PSG, even Benfica, Porto. None of them would stand for this, yet we do. And I think that's the big takeaway here. You know, when you look at everyone says, "Oh, he's doing all right, he's close." I'm like, "Are you going to take him?" No. So I think that's the big, that's the big takeaway here. He wouldn't get away with this anywhere else. Why are we making him a better coach? It's his job to make us a better team, a winning team, not our job to make him better, to go on to bigger and better things. I don't know. Big up to Kwame. He said Arteta should have been sacked last season when he missed out in the league for the third time. Yeah. Big up Pac-Man. Big up my bro Views. Hope you're good, Shane, too. This how long it has been. The link is in the chat, though, guys. So if you do want to come up and have your say, then now is the time, because obviously we're not going to be here forever. And just as I said that, big up to Gianni, legend, man. How you doing today, bro?
Good. How about yourself? Big up to you. Big up to Latvia and Gunnar. How you guys all feeling?
We're all right, man. Calm, man. We're calm, I'm feeling calm today, man. How are you feeling, man? What did you make of the game? Talk to us.
I think it's the same thing as all the other games, is that we're getting lucky with the result, but that's what it takes to win a championship. So you have to just grind through it and just keep going. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword with that, because we could shithouse our way to a bunch of points in the lead, like what we saw from Liverpool. Liverpool didn't play that great last year. I don't know what everybody talks about. It was how shit the league was. And right now it's starting to look like it's going to be the exact same thing, except we're the ones that are taking advantage of it. So I want to see where it is. I like what Latvian Gunnar said. I agree. I think December is what's going to tell us that, because we play Aston Villa twice in the same month. I think it's twice within 5 games. And Villa's been the bogey team for us. Villa over the course since Unai Emery's been in the league has been the bogey team for us. We don't have a good record against Villa. And I think, don't we play Man United and Chelsea in between those 2 Villa games as well? So
in between Villa games?
Yeah.
We have Club Brugge away. That's not going to be easy. Wolves at home, Everton away, and Brighton at home. Okay. Afterwards, we have Bournemouth away and Liverpool at home.
And that's in between the Villa games, yeah?
What is Brighton at home, Everton away, and Wolves at home, and Club Brugge away in Champions League. That's between Villa games.
Right. Sorry, go on, Gianni.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be the test. If we make it through with majority points against Villa and all that, I think we'll probably be scot-free from there. Because if Liverpool haven't gotten their shit together by then they're not going to do it, and it's just going to run. It's going to run the full course of the season. Same with City. But for me, that's all I'm waiting for to see. Now, this Declan Rice news could be bad, because if you lose Rice, you not only lose your physicality and your enforcer in the midfield to protect Zubamendi, but now who's taking all the corner kicks, who's taking all the free kicks?
Wow,
that becomes a whole different ball game now when that goes away, because I think part of the reason why we're so good at corners and all this for right now is his ball delivery is unbelievable. His ball delivery is top quality. So for me, that's going to be a key thing for Declan Rice, is if he's out, is how long is he out and who's he going to be out against? That's going to be the big thing for me with him. But overall, we can still be negative about Arteta, because I think Arteta's not doing enough for this team. This team, that second half against Atletico should be the standard for this team for the rest of the season, not just barely scraping by. And I think that's where this season is going to depend on, is either the team is with him and they're just going to grind through it, or there could be a rift between the players and the manager, because they know they're being held back after what they just did to Atletico. So it's all fair game right now to see what happens.
That's a great point. That is a great point, because I feel it. Like when I think it was Declan Rice set up Moreno. I can't remember what goal when Moreno scored the header. Was it Newcastle?
It was Newcastle,
right? And so they've gone off to the corner. This is how you know that the players and everyone at the club sees not just me or you, but they see the positive and the negative, right? Declan Rice is telling Moreno, "Come, stop. We're not going to celebrate." Da, 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 da. When they're running back, though, he has a small little look over. I don't know if anyone saw a small little look over to the bench, and he kind of was looking like a dog when they're in trouble. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, and we've heard it come out that we're looking at the side. They're telling him to cross it, and Declan that will do something else, just like he did against Real Madrid, just like he did for that Moreno goal, because they weren't telling him to try and chip it in for him like that. They were telling him, don't do a short corner, get it in. So I think that's a great point by Gianni there. Just before I come to you, Robbo, Juju saying, I don't see Kroenke sacking Arteta. Matter of fact, I see him getting rewarded with a longer contract extension. Now, before we get into that, I just want to ask you both, right? Because the thing that I'm saying, right, for this year is I never felt comfortable watching that game. I never felt comfortable watching Olympiacos. I didn't feel comfortable watching West Ham. I say West Ham was probably the most comfortable I'd felt, but I don't think it's sustainable. Like, as Shane said earlier, I think we scored like 16 goals in the league, 5 from open play.
Yeah, and that's going to come back to bite us. That
is the problem. So I mean, Robert, do you feel, because all of these top gooners are going crazy? You've seen the internet, you've seen the videos, you've seen X. We're going to do this, best in the league. That's what I'm looking at, and I'm saying, bro, this is crazy. It's not sustainable. What do you think about that?
Well, at some point, the penny is gonna drop. At the end of the day, heads or tails. I just put it that way. One should be in our favor. One will not be in our favor. And as I said before, for me, the main thing is to figure out the open play situation. If we figure out how to score open play goals before set pieces dry up, there will be no problems. If we don't, there are big problems. Because if we had this situation where we can score these set pieces and we were scoring from open play, I don't think, and this is genuinely my top gooner coming out, nobody could stop us at the end of the day. If we could do both. With our defense, and if our attack was actually firing, there would be no stopping us to some extent, at least in Premier League at the moment. But since we basically, I don't know, it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Scoring from open play. For me at the moment, it's very worrying because we were scoring set pieces at a very alarming rate. And then when it was against, when was it? Like, it was Eddie Howe and Porto a few years ago showed how to beat us when we were playing open, expensive football. Last year, it was, I think, Shakhtar or somebody showed how to nullify our corners for a while.
Sean Dyche's Everton as well.
Yeah. So at some point, somebody is gonna figure it out. It's just, hopefully it's later than sooner, because we will have more time to figure out the open play situation. But if it happens in the next few games, we could be done for as well to some extent. We will struggle as much as Liverpool, City, as the rest of them out there. We will struggle as much.
Let me, and I'll come to you. Look at the duck, like he's in the freezer. What's going on? He's got the whole thing going. Big up to the duck, man. Hold it up, bro. Hope you're well today. I'll get to you in just a minute.
That's something from X-Files, you know.
Hey, something's going on there, mate.
X-Files.
Honestly, mate, it looks like that I'm in, like the OR here, but truly, I'm in. This is really and truly just a freezer. It is brick cold out here. Big up.
Big up to you, my bro. I'm gonna come to you in a minute. Hope you well. Let me maybe ask it to Gianni a little bit different then, because Rob made a great point. He's talking about when the set piece goals dry up. Do you think they are gonna dry up?
They do every year. They do every. Football is not a complicated sport to talk about. Every year somebody goes through a rough patch. It's how long or how short the rough patch is. Goals dry up. No matter, again, it all matters of how long or how short a drought is going to be for either. It happens to every single team. Same thing with injuries. It's always, the problem with Arsenal is it's always the crunch time week when all that stuff normally goes, when we shit the bed. When we lost to West Ham and Aston Villa, nobody was to be found to scoring goals at all when we blew that one. So it's, you know what I mean? It always happens. It's just how long or how short is that run going to be? For me, though, on what they had said earlier, I don't think Arteta's staying past this season if he doesn't win. If he doesn't win the title or if he doesn't win the Champions League, he's not staying. Josh is in the stadium every single game right now. And On top of that, again, I know a lot of people don't keep up on the American sports. The Cronkies have won almost every trophy now with all their teams. The Nuggets took investment, took time to get it together. They won a title. Same thing with the Avalanche. Same thing with the Rams. So this is on the brink of where you're going to see now. They may start putting a lean on everybody at that club to where they're going to force a victory or heads are going to start rolling. I think with all the people from the board who have left because Berta has gotten in, started changing things up on how the club's running, I think that is an immediate sign to show that Arteta's job is not safe and he knows it.
Wow. Yeah. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. The doctor even says brick, just like Arteta's tactics, man. How are you, my friend?
I mean,
where are you at, bro?
I'm in East Coast PA, baby. It's
cold already, huh?
Oh my days. No, it dropped down maybe like 15, 20 degrees over the weekend. It was absolutely crazy. But champions of October, you'll never sing that. I mean, I think probably what's so frustrating for me is that people are just operating on goldfish memories as if we haven't been in this place before, time and time again. That's that's my only concern. I mean, again, I think there's two very distinctive things: celebrating a result, but then like chatting the chest. Oh yeah, we're gonna win the league. In fact, no, we're gonna walk the league. I mean, stop. I mean, again, we've already seen it in 2007, 2008. We saw it in 2013, 2014. We saw it in 2015, 2016. We saw it in 22, 23. We saw it in 23, 24. I mean, I'm not gonna be some plank, running on a hamster wheel, pretending to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And I'm sure as hell, not gonna be chatting as if we've actually gotten over the line when it's mattered most. So for me, as an Arsenal fan, for me, seeing is believing. And until I see armpits in May, I'm gonna be handing out smoke to whomever wants it. All right, these cotton pants, they are rated E for fucking everyone.
We love it. We love it. I see you was giving out. What chat was you in? I think
I was in the catch up because I swear down.
You was in the yeah. Because I was doing what I was doing at home. I had the match reaction because I sent people over to Shane, and Shane sent people over to Rashid. And then it was on domestic. And I think I was at that point where he was reading out. He said, Dr. Seymour, I was laughing in the background, said, he's giving it to these guys, man. We're not, because look, they always ask for balance, right? But here's where the balance is. You told me, because I was upset after 5 games, right? We shat ourselves going up to Anfield. Yeah. We shat ourselves at home to Man City, right? So I was unhappy with that. These are telling me it's 5 games. Karma. All right. 4 games later, we're going to walk the league, best defender in the world. We're going to beat Chelsea's record. I'm like, hold on. Where's the balance then? Have the same energy, right? Because all I'm saying is we ain't even hit 10 games yet. And the fans are going crazy. The fans are going absolutely crazy. But listen, I quickly got to go to the door. I'm going to let you lot rock out. Just obviously make sure everyone can speak and all the rest of it. I will be back. But yeah, man, just look, what I want to get from you guys is how you think we're going to go moving forward. People are saying we got easy run of fixtures now coming up. I'm not so convinced because Arsenal never get up for these easier games, right? So that's what I just want to know, man. Do you think the set piece stuff is sustainable? Do you think we're going to keep on winning? We'll start with Robbo and use govern. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, big up.
Big up.
Easy games. When we have had an easy game, that's another big question because we always manage to shoot ourselves in the foot somehow. At the end of the day, that has been one of the biggest downfalls in Champions League, Premier League, no matter where you look at it. Because I think I mentioned before, for me, before all these games, I said that Brighton is going to be the toughest game. No, in England, let's just say Atleti and Brighton will be the toughest games. At the moment, I'm looking more at Sunderland more than anything. Because that team, I don't know what they have eaten, what steroids they have yammed over international break, but they are 3rd or 4th in the league and they are going for the title. They're in title race, and all this stuff. But for me, I'm scared. And I'm scared about Wednesday. Like, I expect us to win, which is kind of logical. I just put it that way. But at the same time, I look at this and think, well, we just 2 days away from being out of another cup. I cannot shake that feeling. I absolutely cannot, based on previous results. For us, there are no easy games ever. Like even if we beat team 5-0, 5-1, like we have done with who did we did against Palace a few seasons ago, against West Ham somehow at the London Stadium and everything. Still, it never feels like Arsenal. And very rarely I go into a game and think, "Yep, we're gonna smash it. We're gonna be confident, and I'm not gonna be worried for the whole the game." Never. I said 3-0 before the Crystal Palace game. We should be beating Crystal Palace 3-0. We're lucky we scored that one set piece at the end of the day, because from open play, we might be playing still today and there would be no goals. I don't know.
If I may, just because I have to bounce off in a second, because I have a patient coming in at 3 p.m. So to that end, I like what my concern is, and again, I think we've all said it before, and I think this has been expressed as well. When has Stoke City ever won the league? Has Stoke City ever won the league? Right? So I think certainly to that end, we cannot depend on set pieces as the attack. It needs to be a part of the attack, but it can't be the attack. And I think that's why we were also saying, like, Gyökeres needs to get off the ground. Like he needs to be fed. You need to feed this man, because when it gets time, say February or March or April, we need this man scoring goals actively, consecutively, getting us over the line. And this manager is not doing that. And in fact, we could say that he is intentionally not doing so, just because he is chomping at the bit to get his overpaid German pack mule with 4 right hooves back into the squad at all expense to the club. So I mean, that it's like, to that end, like someone was saying, oh, how are you, man, scared? No, we're not scared. We're just concerned. We're just concerned that we are repeating the same mistakes over and over again, expecting a different result, and then we're going to end up empty-handed with nothing but pocket lint come next May. So that's my spiel. But again, I gotta bounce. Always good seeing you, Gianni, and Latvia, and always.
Big up.
And if I didn't have a patient, I'd be on for a little bit longer. But we shall definitely link up soon. Take care, guys.
Big up, Doc.
Arteta out, Arteta sexuals out every fucking day out.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I'm not as concerned, because the signs of the rest of the league is that everybody's got major flaws, and there isn't, if City goes on a run where, like, City was able to win like 6-7 games in a row and they can show that they're capable of doing that, then I would say I'd be concerned. But for right now, it's really waiting to see if City and Liverpool can put it together for a whole season, because Liverpool right now is not. I've been saying this. I think Liverpool's biggest problem that they have is Wirtz is not a number 10. Wirtz has played majority as a left winger. When you look at the way he played at Leverkusen, I think he's being played in the wrong position, if I'm being quite honest with you. But hey, if they want to keep showing that he can't play in that position, by all means, I don't give a shit. I'll take it. If we stink our way to a title, I don't care, to be honest with you. It's just getting the results. It's really just making sure that you're grinding and getting the results. I think we can do that. Again, the question is going to be, what happens with the goal scoring? Goal scoring, we know that we got the best defense in England. We know this. We know that we have the best defense in England. I don't think that's up for a debate anymore. I think the problem is, one, the formation change where you saw Eze playing as an out-and-out number 10 needs to be permanent. The double pivot with Zubamendi and Rice is what needs to be there, because Zubamendi needs to be protected. He's still getting used to the league. He's getting used to the physicality. He needs Rice to be that enforcer in the midfield, in my opinion. Eze needs to be further up and given a freedom role. And stop with this nonsense of throwing him out as a touchline winger, because everybody else who's not a left winger who's been thrown out there, we all see we all see what could potentially end up happening when they go dry. We saw it with Trossard. We've seen it with Martinelli. It could possibly happen to Eze as well. Leave him in the number 10. As far as I'm concerned, in the winter transfer, Martin Odegaard's ass should get shipped out immediately. Immediately should be shipped out. Immediately.
Facts. Hey, well said, man. And I think that's the issue. It's just that's where we're just looking at, is it sustainable? Like if we was playing the same football as 22, 23, then maybe we'd be a little bit more confident. But as BBK said, 29 more weeks of that. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know if it is sustainable at all. Let me just pick up Ozzy as well in the chat. Quaja, BBK, Legends, Everest. You know what I mean? Hendo as well. Sorry that I can't get to all of your comments. People are filing out like we've just got leprosy or something, or we've got the lurgies. I don't know what's going on. But obviously we have gone over two hours. But like I said, in the time that I went, I had to go and bring the shopping in. Obviously, I didn't catch what you guys were saying, but I was asking, is it because people are saying that we're just crazy, we're just looking for any reason to nitpick. I just think it's too early. I just think it's so too. We've just seen in 4 games what can happen at a drop of a hat. Man City. Shane was saying it as well. Man City. I think they was won 9-9 or something before playing Aston Villa or something like that. I don't know. Or some sort of a run, and then they lost. Was you expecting Villa to pick up points?
I actually was, because I thought Villa just had a very bad start to the season. I initially said I think Villa's in the fight for the top 5 this year. I wasn't going to sleep on them. I still think from top to bottom, I think Villa's got a better team than Tottenham, and they got a better manager. So I'm not shocked that Villa's starting to pick up the pace. The question is how long are they going to be sustaining? Because Villa, for me, I think Villa and Newcastle should be the 2 teams running for the 5th spot. In my opinion, Spurs, I didn't think Spurs was going to be top 7, if I'm being completely honest, at the beginning of the year, because I don't believe in Thomas Frank. I really don't.
Right.
I think Thomas Frank may get lucky for a majority of the season this season of just setting them up and getting them back to playing a little bit more defensive and proper defense, not just sitting at the halfway line and hoping nobody knows how to make a couple passes and get past them. But I think Villa should be around for the majority of the season, in my opinion, but it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. You have to. Here, I'll give an example. When Napoli sold Vara, the second half of the year, that's what everybody was asking, is where are all the goals going to come from? And you had players step up like Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay looks like a world-class player right now with what he's been doing at Napoli, and he stepped up. The question is, who on this team is going to break through and actually step up when crunch time comes? Because for 3 years, we've seen it not happen. And it's not only players, it's the manager as well. So it's a double-edged sword. When we saw in 22-23, it was the manager's fault, because Gabby Jesus should have never started a game for the rest of the season. Trossard should have started with how well he was playing. He should have never got pulled out. Then you saw him capitulate in that 1 week span. I think, wasn't it the Porto, Villa, West Ham week that cost us the title the following week?
Yeah. And
it was same thing. Players needed to step up to get goals. We missed all our chances in the first half against Villa. Villa comes back and beats us 2-0.
Yeah.
So it's again, you have to take everything into consideration. One, the league is looking very similar to how it was last year, to where Liverpool walked the league because everybody else had problems. We could potentially do the same thing, but we also have to keep into consideration what the recent history of this club going for a title is. So you have to take both. You can't be cherry picking the only things for you. You have to see both sides of it. And that goes for the top gooners too, because these guys talking about breaking Chelsea's record and all this other stuff. 2 games could happen and that's out the fucking window. So it's let's think with some common sense here. Everybody is happy that Arsenal's in first place. Everybody's happy and everybody's going to take it. But again, the last 3 years shows what's goes on. And I always say this, it's not just 3 years. Every year he's been here, he's capitulated.
Yeah.
It's not just that's the other thing that everybody likes to forget about. They only want to talk about the 3 years. The first full season after we won the FA Cup, he had us in 6th place. Everybody forgets that. He capitulated for us to fall out of Europe. The following year, we were going to finish 3rd, capitulated, fell to 5th. So this isn't anything new. This isn't anything new. He's capitulated every single season target that we've had every year. So it's not the fact of saying, oh, we're scared. It's taking everything into consideration. We got 5 full seasons of this nonsense.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Cooking. Oh my god, that was amazing. Robbo, I don't know how you're gonna follow that, but so many great points because the league is not very good, is it? I want to talk about that quickly as well, and I'll bring that to you. The league is not very good. It's like fucking everyone doing long throws. It's just like kick and punt and pitch and putt type of league. Do you know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that? Because I thought that was a great point from Gianni.
For me, the league is very stale. Very boring to watch because every single game, I would say, almost throughout the whole game, you see the same stuff. People are starting to pick up corners, set piece tactics. People are starting to do the long throw-ins. People are obviously playing from the back. That has been an issue for years, to be honest as well. You never saw teams in Championship, League 1, League 2 play out from the back. Now all of a sudden, everyone plays out from the back. Like, where is the old school type of football, which basically was quote unquote pride of English football back in the day? Let's just put it that way. Because we had this when Luton was up, we had that. They played old school type of football, quite old school. They got very rough, very physical against us. We went to their stadium. We barely scraped a win. Declan Rice last minute winner from a header from a set piece, ironically enough, but hey, it is what it is. And but yeah, I don't know, it's very similar, hence why I watch other leagues and it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like you walk into a different realm altogether. It's like parallel universe where football actually is unique, different. Players are allowed to express themselves. You see more skills, more risks. It's more free-flowing. It's more fluid, back and forth, back and forth. Nobody's camping on the edge of the box for 90 minutes and somehow, with no possession, they manage to get a shot on target and somehow they win pretty much and everything. It's weird. It's like, I like to think that football goes in cycles. At some point, we will get out of this rut. It has to happen because it's also inevitable. You cannot play the same style for next 50 years. Like I think it changes about 10 years, maybe give or take a few years, it changes. So I'd like to think that we are on the cusp of it changing. I want to see this back because for me as well, when I watch Eze at Crystal Palace, Eze at Arsenal, right? Cherki at Lyon, Cherki comes to Man City. And for me, the fact that I even think about this stuff, it's worrying as well because I'm afraid that Arteta is going to turn Eze into Jack Grealish, what he was at Man City. Now, if he wins trophies, oh, great. If we win leagues, I don't care. But if he becomes what he was at Man City, touchline winger and everything, no thanks. If Cherki, from being himself, expressing himself, being that baller he was at Lyon, turns again into new French version of Jack Grealish at Man City, like, again, what's the point? Because again, if you look at Grealish at Villa, compare it to what he was at City and now what he is at Everton, it's like you watch a completely different player. And it's more and more of this, hence why some of these young players, and obviously Lamine Yamal is the prime example of that, but many others like Yildiz, Kvaratskhelia, obviously PSG's attack, Doué, Dembele, Barcola, all of them. They have the freedom, they cause chaos, they do something unorthodox, out of ordinary, hence why they actually are pleasurable to watch. And, well, they have won stuff, ironically enough. They have beat the system. Lack of a better word. Like, I don't know, it's boring, let's just put it that way at the end of the day. It's an eyesore.
Yeah, maybe this is the type of football that might actually get us across the line then, do you know what I mean? Because the league is, I think Johnny hit the nail on the head. Like, everyone's talking how good we are, but Liverpool and City are shitting their pants at this point in time, do you know what I mean? And they've had little accidents here and there. So I think that's kind of added to it as well. And like I said, we'll go even further than the 3 years. We'll go even further than the 5 years. Even Emery, even Wenger, 21 years tells you that we don't get across that finish line in first place. You know what I'm saying? So That's where the PTSD comes from. I just want to make that clear. Let me just big up Storm Still, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting in there with the super chat. He said, for the quality chat and panel today, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for speaking up for the real fans. Big up to you, my G. You know what I mean? We'll give you the dance, but we obviously got panel on today. It's usually a solo thing, but big up to you sponsoring the show. Really appreciate that, my G. And not only that, but big up to Jamboy as well. You absolute legend, man. I'm surprised you hadn't jumped on and had your say today. Big up to you, Jamboy. Really appreciate that sponsoring the show as well. Alongside Wahaha, alongside Claire, and alongside Danger Mouse each and every time. Nothing but love. Just talking about the MVP, the Elise is the king of France. I mean, I'd still take him now. Let me ask you this, guys, because obviously I've got to get out of here soon as well. Shane said it. This is why it come into my head. Come January, we're not giving this guy nothing else. Do you still think I still think there's things needed in January. That's basically the question, right? I want to kind of put it to you. Who do you think we need? Do you think Arteta will do anything? Do you think he deserves to get more players on top of what we've got? Any one of you can come in.
No, he doesn't deserve any more players. He doesn't deserve any more players. I've said this. Listen, man, views, Latvian, you've seen me and we've talked randomly here and there. I'm a Napoli fan. I'm sorry, man. £1 billion, he should have been sacked a long time ago. We've won 2 leagues in 3 years on a $350 million euro budget, not pounds, 350 million euros. So I don't like hearing all this bullshit about, oh, he needs this, he needs time, and blah. No, dude, we're already calling for Conte's head. Until they beat Inter, we were already calling for Conte's head. You made us spend 150 million and you ain't got your shit in order. If you don't win this year, get the fuck out. It's the same thing with Arteta, man. He doesn't. If we honestly look at where everybody could play, he doesn't need any more players. The only way Arteta should get a player is if we have a catastrophic amount of injuries going into the winter transfer season where we need a body to come in. Other than that, absolutely not. Go and win. Go and win. Play people in their proper freaking positions. If you're going to play Eze as a number 10 and stick with Martinelli out on the left, right? Odegaard should be either the backup 10 or be a backup 8 if you want. If you're going to make still Rice do the 6-8 hybrid, cool. If you want to be a little bit more forward thinking, if you need a crunch time goal or we're playing a bullshit team, put Odegaard in over Rice and drop it back to the 4-3-3. But for me, we have plenty of players to play all these different positions. It's what is the injury list going to look like? Because beyond that, no, we should not be spending any more money. We should not be, because here's the other thing too. What happens if we don't win? What happens if we don't win this season? I think was it Lee having the stream talking about we could be sanctioned for the winter transfer season? I think he was saying something like that because of the amount of money, because we don't have any outgoings coming. That's the other thing we have to keep in the back of our head.
Right.
Is this not only has to be a winning year because it's either win or bust for Arteta, but we don't know what's over the horizon with FFP and PSR. We all seen what PSR has done to all these different clubs. We don't sell. So he should not be getting any more players. And for me, that's the only other thing that we have to look at like that is what could be happening financially in the future. So if we don't win this year, it could be an even bigger problem to where we have to look at selling a Saka or a Saliba because their contracts are basically their transfer fees have been paid off. And that's your maximum amount of money. So for me, no, they need to. This is must win, and he doesn't deserve any other players. If Saka Martinelli both go down and Madueke's down, and you're down to Eze on the left and having to resolve to putting Trossard or somebody on the right, then maybe you need to look at getting a player. But beyond that, no, we have enough players to win, especially with how shit this league is. We should be winning this league with the squad we have.
Cooking, absolutely cooking. I'll pose the same question to you, Rob. You know what I'm saying? Do you think we need anything else? Do you think he deserves anything else? You know, same thing, my bro.
I think it goes without saying the fact that we need more players. Let's just put it that way. In specific positions, let's just say that. Does he deserve more players? That is a completely different discussion because yes, we need, I would say, I would say 3 more players, in my opinion, right? But does he deserve more? I don't know. Cannot even say I don't think so, but no. The thing is, like, we have spent exorbitant amount of money. For that money, you can buy like a football club yourself, and on top of that, win by now with that football club, depending on which club you buy.
Latvian, with the amount of money we spent, the Kroenkes could have not given any transfers to Arsenal and bought Inter Milan with how much money Arsenal has spent. They could have bought it. They could have bought Inter Milan and have also paid off about 150 to 200 million euros of their debt. That's how much money we've spent in. And if we go from Aubameyang, from Wenger's last transfer till now, I think it's the ballpark is 1.3 or close to 1.4. I think it's 1.3 billion pounds is how much we've spent since Wenger's last transfer to now. And that's in 8 years with hardly any outgoings. So it's irresponsible spending.
Ooh. Yeah. In the last 8 years, if I'm not mistaken, and that's a big if, I will put asterisks by that, but in the last 8 years since Wenger left, we have spent the same amount since Wenger has spent in the whole 22 years been at Arsenal, something like that.
Yep.
And Wenger in the 22 years finished only twice out of top 4. Arteta has done it twice, well, 3 times in 6 years. Now 7 ongoing, like it's insane. But the money, I think we definitely are on the cusp of getting some fines, unless we sell someone big. Hence why I think I was reading some vague rumors about Jesus leaving, even though he says, I'm staying till 2027 and all this stuff, right? Even though it's been rumored that Berta is looking at offloading him, let's just put it that way. Most likely alone. I don't see him getting sold in January at least. I have heard that Havertz might be sold in summer. That's the golden boy getting sold. Like, I think if Arteta goes, Havertz goes. Like, that could be the case, most likely. If Arteta goes, Havertz also goes. But for me personally, he doesn't deserve any more players because he has been given everything he needs. It's more on him. And I won't put this on Berta, but more on Edu, that the money has been basically pissed down the wind, for lack of a better word. Let's just put it that way. So make with what you have. You have what you have, make the best of it. And I don't know whether you're going to recall loans. If everyone's injured, that's up to you. Or you stick with it. You put Vanjeri on wings. Max Dauman starts to play like you did last year as well with Skelly and Vanjeri at some points. That you have to figure out yourself. If you are this great visionary, you are the Messiah, you are, I don't know, Michael van Shakespeare or something like that, then you figure it out at the end of the day. Yeah. But I will only put one counter argument to all of this. This manager doesn't deserve players. But if we know, right, that we have money, let's just say we sell something, we have a chance to sign someone, we know that we have a new manager in summer already. And we know who it is. Well, not we, but them man up there. Let's just put it that way. And he has said he wants this specific player. Wouldn't be against re-signing him.
Yeah, no, for a different manager, I agree, but not for him.
Yeah, and obviously the other counterpoint to that is he's going to be here for 6 months under Arteta. God bless him if that happens.
Yeah, sport maker, and that's why I asked you guys, does he deserve? Because everyone kept saying he ain't got his pieces. Listen, the club's always been spending money, and only last January is we didn't buy anyone, but the summer we did, even though it was shit, he's always been getting what he wants. Do you know what I mean? So now after half a decade and over $1 billion spent, you don't deserve any more players. That's what I think. However, if we're in a position where we can win it, or we can, then fuck him, give the players so we can get across the line. That's where I'm going at it. And like I said, guys, as well, I've put Latvian's link in there, Gianni's link in there. Make sure that you're subscribing to these guys. Show them like all the love in the world. Big up for coming on. Big up Marky saying, big up, the game was so static yesterday, but we have to remember that we have been there already. In 12-13, we were top for 124 days. In 22-23, we were top for 248 days. Yeah, without winning. And that's exactly, Mark. That's what I'm trying to get at, bro. So as much as I'm excited and happy, as much as I want it to continue, let's just calm down a little bit. That is basically the message I'm trying to get up.
Exactly. For me, it's the same thing as well with defensive record. Oh, we gonna beat Chelsea's defensive record. Not gonna lie, couldn't care less. We can win all the games 5-4, and we concede 38 games, 4 goals, 144 goals per game overall. But as long as we score 160 and we win the league, I don't care.
100%.
Like, in those times, like at the moment, and we can also get the record and not win the league. It's also
exactly. And that's what BBK said. Big up to BBK each and every time. That's where I first heard that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I just all I want is just calm. Just please, the same way you were asking me to calm down when I was saying it's 5 games in, we've lost to Liverpool, we turned up like pussies at Man City. Like, I'm just worried that this isn't sustainable. Everyone watching Arsenal, even rivals, will tell you we're boring as fuck. You know what I mean? So we need to, I just feel like at one point we're going to need to lean on the performance, and it's not going to be there.
But Views, you know what? Here's the funny thing with what you just said. That's some entitlement shit. Because how are they going to tell you to calm down? But yet we just saw that what we just did to Atletico, we should have been able to do to Manchester United and Liverpool and City. Like, realistically, we should be undefeated. If we can play like that, let's listen. Atletico ain't the team that it was under Diego Simeone, but for a mental block, that team has been one of the teams that everybody unanimously says they don't want to play in any type of knockout football because they know how Simeone gets down and they know how his players get down with playing, right? That should be a mental block that we should have surpassed now. That should be us going on to win the league. And to be honest with you, this game against Brighton is very important because, in my personal opinion, we should be going for this League Cup to set the tone for the rest of the season as far as building the winning mentality and winning the trophy. We've seen it happen with countless other managers that use that trophy. Whether you could say whatever you want about the League Cup, it sets the foundation for winning. But that's the thing. They all tell everybody, oh, calm down with – they were telling everybody, calm down with what you feel on how we're handling transfers and everything else. Well, it's like, dude, if we can do that to Atletico Madrid, why the fuck can't we blitz Manchester United 5-0?
Exactly. Exactly that.
The way Manchester City played, especially in the second half, they took the forward out. They had no forward. You're telling me we can do that to Diego Simeone, who's the proven defensive guy, but we can't do that to City's defense, who's been shaky for the last 2 years?
Crazy. Johnny's cooking today, bro.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. They tell you to calm down, but it's like, bro, we just smoked Atletico Madrid 4 goals in 30 minutes? Come on, man. If you can beat Atletico Madrid 4-0, every single team in the Premier League should be catching hands at least 2-3-0. That are shit compared to Atletico Madrid. Not these boring ass, we're going to go get 1-0 and then we're going to sit back and play 5 defenders for the last 8 minutes to see out a 1-0 victory against Palace. It's bullshit.
It just makes me sick. Sorry.
And add one more thing. I said this on Shane's channel, and I'll always say this. When it comes to the big teams, you need to go with the DNA of this club. The DNA of Arsenal is open attacking football. The one thing that everybody forgets to talk about when it comes to those things is Manchester United is a perfect example. When Sir Alex Ferguson was there, they called all the last-minute goals Fergie time. Why? Because he stuck to the DNA of the club, and when you stick to the DNA of the club, you see good luck coming. When you go against the grain in the history of your club, that is where you see all these mishaps and all these bad luck shit that ends up happening at the tail end or at different parts of a season that costs you a title. We've seen it. We lost it because we weren't experienced enough and because Arteta screwed everything over, but we were playing open attacking football. That's why we were so many points ahead. Since we've gotten more defensive, we have taken away the opportunity to force the luck to go in our favor because we don't play open attacking football. Same thing with United. United don't got Fergie time no more.
No.
They don't got Fergie. Why? Because United has gone completely away from the mentality of the club. They've hired the most defensive-minded managers almost in the history of the game, especially in the last 20 years when you look at Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. So it's, dude, just play the open. When we play open attacking football, look how good we look because we're going back to our DNA and we force luck. That's the simple thing that I can't stand about him.
Oh, cooking. Absolutely. So many nails hit on the head there because everyone keeps saying, just get a striker and we'll win the league. No, because we don't fashion any chances. Now we're seeing it. And now we're seeing it, and that's why I was happy when we got Eze and Gyökeres, because Arteta's gonna fumble them. But anyway, Robbo, I know you got to go as well, my bro. I am gonna look to finish up anyway, man. Just give us your last thoughts, and then obviously we'll find out what you got, guys, coming up.
Last thoughts. I think we last year lucked out. We got Real Madrid, not Atletico Madrid, in Champions League. I still believe that, because that Real Madrid was there for the taking. Not so sure Atletico Madrid would have been last year.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know. I know I'm one of those people, just saying. I expected Gyökeres to bag. I still expect Gyökeres to score just about 15 to 20 goals, but that is mostly because despite everything, despite things that are going against him. But what can you expect from a manager who has never coached striker in his life? Like, he had Golden Boot winning Aubameyang, who plays left wing back. Lacazette plays number 6 half the time, and since then it has been makeshift wingers at striker, for the lack of a better word. And then he buys a midfielder, puts him at striker, and it somehow worked for half a season, which is Havertz. And now he buys Merino for midfield and puts him at striker, and it still works better than most of our strikers we have had under him, ironically enough, which is just insane to think about from that point of view. But yeah, anyways, I have to bounce. I'm gonna go. Have to pick up the kid from kindergarten. Then he goes to his judo lessons and everything. Yeah, gonna be a fighter and everything. Yeah,
you know what I mean. I love that.
But yeah, this evening I'm gonna be live.
Yep.
Depends on what I'm gonna talk about. Whether it's gonna be Brighton. Most likely it's gonna be Brighton. Has to be Brighton, because
What's your prediction as well before you go, bro?
Brighton.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for injury updates. I cannot say. Still waiting on injury updates. Like those Saliba, Rice, Calafiori, and Martinelli. Still waiting on those.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen there? Because so far it's been quite grave silent on all of the fronts. I just put it that way. But I expect us to win against Brighton. Am I a bit worried? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
But I expect us to win anyways.
Yeah, appreciate
this evening. Yeah, this evening I'm going to be live. Hopefully going to see some of you there.
Yeah, but man. Pagans, man. Well, 8 p.m. UK time?
Yep.
See, I know it already. So make sure you get over to Latvian Guna. His link is in the chat. Big up, my guy. Obviously, you can go whenever you need to. Really appreciate you coming on.
Big up.
Yeah, big up, man.
Big up, Johnny. Big up, Hughes. Have a nice day. Peace, everyone. Peace up, chat. Like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe.
Come on. Big up to you, my bro. Make sure you sub. His link is in the chat. So is Gianni's. Bro, yeah, man, just give me your last thoughts. I mean, we got Brighton coming up in the cut. Like I said, it's hard. Kwaja asked me to name a first 11, and I'm like, I don't even know who's going to be fit. So, you know, what's your thoughts on that quickly, my bro?
I think, like I said, it's all going to depend on what the injury report is going to be back. Now, for me personally, I hope Calafiori stays injured for the rest of the season, because I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him anywhere near that Italian national team, if I'm being quite honest with you. But I digress. For me, I think, like what Latvian said, it's all going to come down to what we see for the injuries. The injuries is what's going to tell us. Like I said, I personally think with what we're seeing unfolding with City taking stupid losses here and there, Liverpool still hasn't gotten their stuff together. It's shaping up to be very similar like last year. It's just our roles are reversed with Liverpool. So for me, I'm giving myself a little hope that they're going to win this year. It's just we need to see this out. It's really, like we said, you know, everyone tells us to cool off, but there's 5 full seasons of backdrop to see that we still need to be cautious and not lose our heads, because at any moment Arteta could do something stupid that can derail this team's should be successful year this year. So just staying positive. I think we should beat Brighton. I'm going to give us a 2-1 victory against Brighton. I think we might have a little scare, but I think overall we should beat Brighton. But I want to see that same 4-2-3-1 formation that we played against Atletico. If he goes back to that 4-3-3, it's only a matter of time before the goals dry up and the bullshit starts up again with this team. So I just want to see us stick to that 4-2-3-1 and let's just keep moving forward and keep grinding and get this victory this year.
Kid, man, been absolutely cooking today, man. Great points as well. So make sure you guys go and show Johnny some love. His link is in the chat. Make sure you go and subscribe to him as well. I've got to get you one for Under the Lens as well at some point, my guy. But yeah, man, what have you got coming up? Have you got any content on your channel yet?
No, I'll be doing content next week. This is the last last week of the real busy season for me at work. So I just got to get through this week, and then next week I should start dropping content. Yeah, do it between work and personal life has been absolutely hectic right now. So life is lifing, but it is what it is. Yeah, I believe after this weekend I should stop dropping content normally.
Wicked, man. Wicked, man. And like I said, we'll definitely hook up at Under the Lens as well. Thank you for joining me. Always a pleasure, man. Always hold yourself well. Right, guys, I need to get out of here, though. Big up to all of you legends in the chat, everyone that sponsored the show. Shane, Claire, Wahaha, I think, yeah, gifted out some Storm Still, Jamboy, absolute legend as well. So big up to the sponsors of the show. Not sure what's going on for later, but we'll probably be back tomorrow with another intervention. We're going to send you over to Football Locker Room Banter. So go and show them some love. And we'll see you again soon, people. Peace.